Entertain the people. Yes. It's Thursday.
It
It's
is.
Tuesday.
All
Welcome to
day.
Soup.
Welcome to Soup.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Mm. Not only am I annoyed with the Beatles, I'm annoyed with my stupid computer again.
I hope you don't have to take it back again.
No,
Be the
no.
the
I
second time or something like that.
You know when I had a show on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
everything came up right. Even the camera came up right. I went,
Yeah.
wow, this is nice. So I was thinking everything is so cool. It's better than it was way back. And then I started to this one, and the camera goes. So, ah.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's some people out there.
There are.
Yeah,
little
Henry's
people
out
out
there,
there.
Hello, Henry. Hello, Ollie.
and yeah, there's no CD single.
Yeah, I've
Well,
noticed that
in
too.
America, and the CD single bombed in America. There was no
Yeah.
way there was ever going to be a CD single in America. It was a
Mhm.
format that completely failed.
Then
There's
why
no way.
put out all these different configurations of the single? Then the vinyl single. Like what?
Sell
I'm
it.
sure they're expensive. I've not looked. I was shocked. I went on record last night on another stream saying that there would be no vinyl single, and I'm eating my hat today because,
Mhm.
but it's going to be expensive, and it's mostly hope. I think they're hoping that people are just going to get it as a package,
Yeah.
but
Ah,
because singles, there's no money in singles
Yeah.
anymore.
Is that
really?
it? Is that it?
I thought
$15?
it'd be more than that. I thought it'd be more than that. 45's it if you got to take record presses away from making albums that are going for $40 a piece, why would you do that to press a single for $10? You
Yeah.
wouldn't. Which is why singles are dead, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, they've killed off
Yeah,
the 45 market.
yeah, 16 to
Oh,
21 bucks. Yeah,
yep. So I mean that I'm shocked that they're even doing a 45.
Yeah.
so not happy
But
with my camera.
As for me, the jury is still out. If I can find it at a pretty good price, I might buy it.
Not
But then
not
what would I do with the old set? You
not
know?
until
I
after
don't.
Christmas. Not until
I
after
no,
Christmas.
no matter what they were doing, I have very little interest in it. I mean, I'd like to have Free as a Bird, but other
Mhm.
than that, not Free as a Bird now and then, but other
No,
than
no.
that, although I was happy with the track listing, the additional tracks that I saw
Yeah.
actually.
$17 for a
For
frickin'
for a
cassette.
cassette.
Ringo's charging 40 for a 4-song EP, so
Ah,
Yeah.
that's cheaper actually. Um,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
at
some of
least
these added tracks
because
I have to wonder
I
too.
I heard they were just going to do B-sides of singles and stuff. In other words, they were going to I'm going to call it this, past masterdize
Yeah.
60 to the 66 and 67 to
Mhm.
70. And that's not what they're doing. And that's, to me, that's good. That's a good thing. I'm glad about that,
Why
actually.
have
Right.
we got With You Without You on here?
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, that's not the track I would have picked, but
No,
it's
No.
not up to you to pick tracks,
No.
It's,
no.
I read somewhere that the entire 62 to 66 will fit on one CD.
Oh yes,
oh,
yes.
the
Yeah.
original with
Yeah.
4 or 5 more tracks.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you can with 4 or
Mhm.
5 more tracks. It would,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
We,
Well, you know.
I don't know.
Okay.
And
Some of their
that's the
ideas.
other thing. They could have added more tracks. You can easily fit 7 tracks aside, and they're not
Oh
doing
yeah,
that.
$30. Are they going to
And
sell it? You don't have to buy them all together. You can buy like the red one and then the blue one later.
Well, that's the buying the red and buying the blue, $30 each. Then you can buy
Mhm.
them both together in a special slipcase or something.
yeah.
$75. Like, oh
Hmm.
no,
Okay.
Well,
no,
again,
no.
again,
Robert S.
Comes Robert S.
From the
Hey,
East.
Robert S.
hey,
Hey.
you have to remember, Doc.
Join
There's
our gripe
only
session, Robert.
There's only 3 major record labels left.
Yeah. Yeah.
none of them, all they care about is profit. None of them care about you. None of them care about,
What?
if they get away with it, they wouldn't
Uh,
do physical media. So if they're gonna do physical media, they're gonna make a lot of money on it, or they're
Yeah.
not gonna bother. We're lucky that they're bothering. Actually, it's whatever they give us, we should be happy with at this point, or
Yeah.
we're not going to have anything. And
Mhm.
that's because people stop buying it, and because people stop buying it, all your retail, I mean, all the record companies depended on Target and Kmart and Walmart and all the
Mhm.
big retailers, all the Tower Records that isn't there anymore. All these places that aren't there
Right.
anymore or stopped
Yeah.
carrying physical media. That's where the majority of their profits came from, was the big chains.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then big distributors too. There was big distributors. The big distributors are mostly gone. The chains are mostly stocking little or nothing. So the
Yeah.
record labels need to make money, or they're not going to do it. So
Mhm.
that's where we're
I
at.
did-
And
I did
it's
like
really
those-
gonna change.
I did like those socks. They look kind of nifty, red and blue. Yeah.
I only have one cane store where I live. Basically two record stores. One cane store in the mall, and one independent that's downtown. And of
Yeah.
course, I go to our big chain store back on
Mhm.
Monday, I guess it was now. No Stones.
Yeah, me too.
No Stones.
I talked to one music store in Oklahoma City. They said that the retailer would only let them have 6 copies of the CD at once.
Wow.
Does that sound right?
That doesn't make
Well,
sense.
They're all the majors are against physical media. They're not
Yeah.
pressing. You'll never see budget bins again or anything
Yeah.
like that. They're not
Right.
over pressing unless it's Taylor Swift or somebody like that. They're not
Yeah.
pressing anything. They're under pressing everything.
Right.
And that way
Mhm.
they get to say, well, physical media doesn't sell. It's like going back to the Beatles Get Back. They only
Yeah.
pressed 10,000 on Blu-ray, and then they got to say, oh, it didn't sell very well. We only sold 10,000. Because
Yeah.
that's all they made.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I can't believe this store saying they only let us have 6 copies of the new Rolling Stone CD.
Mm.
So we'll be reordering them though. So you know.
Well, the CD, the Rolling Stones CD, Doc, I will be sending you, but do you want it to go to Robert P's house or
Yes,
yours?
sir. Yes, sir. It's cheaper that way
Okay.
for you. And
Because I was going to
Maybe
order it
for
through
us,
Amazon, and it was $7 shipping. And I said, you know what? I can ship it for half that price. And then I thought about it, and I was like, but I'm saving what? $3? $4? Let me just buy it and ship it to you.
Yeah, but the question is why?
And Tim, yours is here.
Woo! Whoa!
Ooh,
Label on it.
just pass it
I-
through.
I just got to get it out. Maybe tomorrow or
Yeah.
Saturday.
Just shove it through there.
Yeah, just shove it through.
Listen, yeah, right. Here you go. I'll
Yeah,
pass it over.
here
to
you go, Tim. Here you go, Tim. Right there, man.
Well, the thing is, I'm getting old and forgetful. Apparently, I didn't realize I pre-ordered the Stones album on vinyl in Target,
Mhm.
and I went to Target, and of course, you saw my video with my leg
Yeah.
problem and everything, right?
Yes.
And I bought another copy, and then all of a sudden, this thing arrives at the house. I'm like, "What is this? What did I order?" And I was like, "Oh shoot, it's another copy."
Mhm.
And I thought, rather than return it, I'll be a nice guy and I'll send it to somebody who I know likes vinyl. And I said, I got to send CD to somebody. And Jeff, it sounds like you need one too.
Yeah, I'm going to order one.
Are you going to order one? Because I'll
Mhm.
send it to you if you want.
Well, I
Wow.
hate for you to because you're buying gifts for everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way
Yeah,
too
look,
I
much.
just spent a boatload on the pre-order for the Beatles.
It kind of reminds me of a couple years ago when Egypt Station first came out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And all of a sudden, I had handfuls of them.
yeah.
What am I supposed to do with all these Egypt stations? Or just what? You know?
Robert, if you want to,
Forget-
thanks. But maybe I can do something for you someday.
Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
I'll order 2 on Amazon and have them shipped to separate addresses.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I like the CD.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
tremendous. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
So as far as the
Very much
Beatles,
surprised. Yeah.
again, when you're old and stupid like me,
Mhm.
I started looking at all the different
Hello.
things that they had, and I was overwhelmed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I said, well, let me just start throwing things into the cart. So I put a whole bunch of stuff in the cart, and then I removed a lot of stuff, and then I put the order through, and I meant to buy this 6 LP box set with the red and the blue on red and blue colored vinyl,
Yeah.
and unfortunately I must have deleted that one, and I kept the black.
Ooh, right.
So I
read that one.
reordered the black,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not going to be a limited edition. It's
Mhm.
just
No.
the first edition, basically.
Well, you can cancel it, and I mean,
Get the other
On
one.
Beatles.com? I don't know. Can
And
I?
yeah.
you should be able to You should be able to cancel an order anywhere.
I'll try.
Hey,
If I can, and if I can reorder the colored, I'd rather have that. Hello,
Yeah,
Kimba.
those limited edition, you got to come with like free socks.
unless it
Just a
doesn't,
pair of socks and
unless
the
it sells out before you do it. Other than that,
Yeah.
you should be able to.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
some free
that's
socks.
the one.
I'd like to have that poster, the white.
$175.
Yeah,
And I also
think-
buying the 4 CD box set. That's another 60.
Oh,
And I'm buying the
75.
single on blue vinyl. That's another 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to need the tape.
You'll need the tape, the CD,
Yeah, I'm not getting the CD.
And then
and
you
the
need the
socks, and the
lunchbox.
lunchbox. Oh,
And then you need
Once
the
I buy
socks.
these, I can't afford lunch.
Like we've been waiting for this announcement for it seems like forever, and the Ringo stuff came out, the Stone stuff came out, and everybody's hollering, what about Now and Then? When are we going to hear about Now and Then? Yeah, that guy
Mhm.
came out.
Yeah.
And then everybody says, oh, look, there's going to be a big announcement on Thursday. Oh, boy. And then all of a sudden, it's a merchandising banana.
Ooh. Yeah,
Like, what
Well,
the
that's-
heck?
that's
No,
good.
Again, they're not, if they don't do that, they're not going to bother at this point
Yeah.
in time.
Right.
Those are our options.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but we've done it to ourselves, so you can't really complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you do that, Robert P.
Yeah.
Only 1,240.
Mm,
What?
yeah.
It's only a little more than the
Okay.
Uber box
So
by
just don't
Harrison.
forget.
It
Yeah.
might as well be, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was telling
T-shirts and
my cat I want some socks for Christmas.
I'll try to find
Yeah,
a
some
45
socks
at
for
some
Christmas.
point, and that's
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
good with that. I don't.
Yeah,
And because
there's
we
a lot
don't
to
even
support
know, there's not even any information on the earlier tracks. Are they remixed or are they just
They
we
are.
don't even know that.
They're
Oh,
remixed. No, they're remixed.
I'm glad you
According
asked.
to-
Yeah,
Oh,
there we are.
yeah.
Look at that.
Okay.
All brand new, just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They sound
I
good.
haven't watched the video since this morning, and then they didn't know.
It's only the Blue album that they're using some of the ones that were already mixed, like the 2017 Sgt. Pepper songs. They didn't
Mhm.
redo any of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they didn't redo Revolver, did they? That would be foolish if they did.
They just came out.
No,
with
they
it.
didn't. They used the 2022,
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
but that's
would
on
be
the Red
foolish.
album now.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
what I'm
See
saying.
the
That's
bottom?
on the Red album.
Yeah.
The Taxman 2022, so it's the Revolver.
Well,
With the Revolver.
I knew they had to be doing at least a couple because they made a point of it being in stereo, and there are a couple tracks on the originals that aren't in stereo. So they've obviously used AI and put them in stereo.
Holy cow. But Paulina, are you excited or like, oh, jeez?
She's gonna get you some socks.
Got to let that.
Yeah.
Beatles socks.
I'm just,
All the
Yeah.
silly stuff we
Well,
already had.
The so-called picture sleeve of the single is somewhat disappointing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez.
And I really thought they would have Free as a Bird and Real Love on.
Yeah, that would be good.
Exactly.
I get why they did that on the single.
Like,
I
what
don't
the
like
heck?
the
Bland.
cover. And
It's like
they're,
a
they're, they're
bootleg.
touting the specially designed cover. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
somebody took 2 minutes of the time to do that. And then, but I kind of get the single because
Yeah.
it's the Beatles' first song and the Beatles' last song.
Right.
So I kind of,
Good.
it's bookending their career. So I kind of
Yes.
get why they did that.
Yeah.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
fine.
I mean,
Robert's got some information that we don't have. So is
They did
Miss
flying?
Luther coming out before Beatles for Sale or whatever?
When did they do flying?
Oh, Paulina is pooped. Got a
Okay.
few runs in of all the
Great.
variants, 7s and
That's
12s.
good.
And the 12
Oh,
from
12 inch from Target. Nice.
Okay, that's good.
Well,
Yeah, really.
you know,
Yeah.
oh, that cover of the single is just
Yeah, it looks like a promo single. You know, good. No, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could have done better on my speaking spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In fact, I had a 45 of Walking on Thin Ice. All it said was Walking on Thin Ice, and it was like a this cover was similar in 1981.
yeah,
so.
it was nicer. That at least looked like
Yeah,
ice,
her.
sort of. I mean, it was nicer than.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one of those factory sealed
And
somewhere.
Yeah.
They did better on the single 12-inch.
Yeah.
You know, I says, well, at least that looks a little better, but just plain now and
Oh, was
then.
it 12-inch?
They could have added a couple
Even
extra
put the
songs.
Beatles on it.
Yeah. Mhm.
I just
I
think
like
the
the blue
song's
vinyl.
going to be so dreary that it doesn't even matter.
Well, we'll
I mean,
see.
they've got a marble vinyl, but it just didn't do it for me. I looked at the blue and I was like, I like the blue vinyl better on the 7-inch.
Does anybody know they're going to have some new shirts like the red and the blue?
Oh, don't worry, they're coming.
They have new shirts
Yeah.
for now and then, but I don't know about
Okay.
red and blue.
Or just now the plain now and then? Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, no, no.
yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
front and the back of the 45 picture sleeve.
That
Back of
seems
is
to me to
blank.
be obvious. You take a
Yeah.
blue T-shirt,
So-
you make that the blue album, and a red
Yeah.
T-shirt, you make that, and you just put
With
that
no
picture
man.
with the writing on the
No,
top,
Yeah.
and the rest of it's the shirt. I mean that seems duh. That's
hey,
I have,
you know what?
you
Mr.
can
Beatles
still
Pro
go
says
to
it's-
this day.
Peter.
You go to
It is-
Walmart and
you're
pick
right.
up like
It's
a
a
5
tie-dye
pack.
shirt.
Yeah.
I think Matthew Street ordered it, the tie-dye
Okay.
shirt.
Mhm.
Probably. Or maybe fit.
You can still this day go to Walmart and pick up like a 5-pack of White Album T-shirts. Everybody sells those.
Well, get yourself an undershirt and write Beatles on it.
Yeah. Beatles.
You have to write anything on it.
B-E-A-T-L-E-S.
Oh, look. It's
There
Robert
he is.
P.
Hey,
Hey,
brother P. Hey.
The man, the
Now
myth.
that he can get on this Beatles debate.
I had to get in on this because I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was in there doing something with my wife, and I'm like, I gotta go get in on this because it's ridiculous.
it is
Not what you guys are saying, but what's going on with some of this stuff, especially the cover. I mean,
Oh,
I could have done that in my sleep with my granddaughter helping me. That
No, I've made better single covers than that.
but that is
Yeah.
just atrocious. Like,
Mhm.
what?
It is.
It's
You know, they-
embarrassing.
all the money in pull, and since it's then and now, they could have had someone do an artist rendition of what they might have looked like. John, George, Paul,
Anything.
leaning
Yeah.
over the.
They could have done this.
Yeah. leaning over the
Mhm.
railing
Right.
now, and then show then an artist rendition of like a 66 Beatles, let's say, and then a 60,
Yeah, that'd be good.
and done something kind of cool like that, where it's not a photograph, but it looks like them leaning over as if it were
They've
1995.
already said that they're going to use AI on Now and Then. It's already been said. So
Well,
they might as well.
they used AI in the Get Back film. I'm sure. I guarantee they used AI on all the mono tracks that are now stereo. On
Well, yeah, they had to
There's no
separate
other
them.
way
That's
to do
fine.
it. There's
I'm
no other
glad
way to
with
do
that.
it. That's what they're talking about. that
Right.
kind of AI. They're just using.
They're not faking them. They're just
No, they're not
different, yeah,
faking
different
it.
type of
There's
technology.
ways to use AI without faking anything.
yeah, they're separating things.
Right.
Yeah,
Which is
they're
nice,
using it to
because-
separate, not to fake.
Like
Ed
I'm
Russia should be fired.
very excited for the red because you notice that 95% of it's brand new mixes that
Yeah.
we won't
Mhm.
hear for quite a while.
Yeah.
All except for the revolver stuff. Everything else from Rubber Soul back is new on there.
Wait.
Right.
We have a representative from Apple Records that wants to join us,
Okay.
and we'll explain everything. All right.
Okay.
Please welcome the CEO of Apple Records.
Apple record. Okay.
I had to get on this too, and I
Okay.
believe that they did use AI on the Now and Then even more, because from what I've read on the press release, they also are pulling in backing vocals from 3 songs, Here, There, and Everywhere,
Yeah.
Yes,
Eleanor Rigby, and
Oh.
Because.
because right.
For the harmonies.
It's gonna be
Has
very
that been confirmed though? Because I've seen that, but I don't know if it's been confirmed
They said that on the website.
Yeah, I think it's on the
on the
website.
Beatles website.
No, not some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's possible to do that without AI. I mean, just look at the Love album. There's a lot you
Right.
can do without using AI.
Maybe it
The
was
Love
rushed.
album didn't use AI.
Mm.
Maybe it was rushed, and they had to get all this merchandise ready too.
Oh yeah, I had to make
Who knew all
all
that was coming?
everything. Yeah.
All we wanted was the physical media, and all of a sudden we got shirts and socks and
But
lunchboxes.
that's not.
Oh,
Like
seriously.
I said,
We
that's
weren't
not
expecting
enough for
this.
them. They're not going to do it
Yeah.
if they can't. If they can't
There'll-
make
there'll be
a
more to come.
boatload of money to
Oh,
pay the millions of dollars that all their executives make, then they're not going to do it.
You can have
So,
hoodies and t-shirts, socks.
Big or nothing. That's the way the world is these days. Big or nothing.
Toy cars, red
Yeah.
and blue.
I
I guess
can't
they
wait.
are.
But
Corgi, you know, the
are there
Corgi
more
collectibles.
John Jones out there? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But I will say that
James
there-
is what I want.
On an earlier question, there is going to be like a lot of shirts available. There's going to be shirts for the red and the blue album separate, and there's like a baseball one that I really like that I'm going to get, and they're also going to have lunch pals
Yeah.
for
Oh
both
yeah.
albums,
Yeah.
and the
Mm.
tote bags as
Right.
well.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Yes, there we go. Are
Isn't
those
that
metal or
beautiful?
are they plastic?
Socks.
Are those lunch pails
It's
metal or they're
just,
plastic?
you know, back in my young days,
That looked like vinyl
you know,
to me.
they made
Okay,
you
yeah.
bought a lunch, you bought a Partridge Family lunchbox. You put your
Mhm.
lunch in it and you took it to school.
Mhm.
Now you buy a Beatles lunchbox, you put it on a shelf. You
Yeah.
buy a pair of Beatles socks and you hang them on a hanger. So
Yeah, and
you
say,
don't use any of the things you buy anymore.
that's right here.
I think that's the thing. Here. I got it.
No, we must not
I
forget
know.
Suzanne Summers.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. Jeez.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
you know, there were
Oh, that's one.
now and then
Yeah.
on YouTube. What?
Yeah, but
Back during the summer.
this one was $14.95 at the Beetle Fest.
Ooh.
That ain't that bad.
That's a far cry from the $40 they're asking for there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Well,
And-
that's the huge drag. It's like the same old stuff recycled.
Yeah.
You,
And I
you
take
don't
my
actually
lunch
wear the
every
socks.
day.
Well,
I
you got
can't find my
already.
lunchbox file.
Exactly.
Okay.
Socks.
Yeah.
Are those your socks, you said?
He's got socks already. Yeah.
Socks.
Maybe you can trade
Exactly. You
them
buy
in.
things
Get some new
and they're going to be sold at a garage sale for 50 cents when you die. I'm sorry, but that's the truth of it.
Ooh.
Well, I got this for Hunter, but I don't think he'd take care of it, so it's on the shelf until I do die. And then he can have it.
Okay.
Have everything back here when I go is either got someone's name on it or will be in the trash. Sure.
Okay. Mhm.
I'm sure that they're not going to care.
You mean I
Yeah.
gotta go dumpster diving again?
Oh,
Yeah, do it
dear.
over here by my,
Somebody might be living in there, Doc. Somebody's house.
Oh, David's got a new joke book. Yay,
Oh
David.
boy. Yeah.
I really did enjoy the fact though that on the album set they put the extra tracks as a bonus LP and left
Oh,
the track
okay.
listing
Mhm.
intact as
Yeah.
the original track listing. So that
Right.
to me, at least if you're not a collector and you're just starting out, it kind of matches the original. It would be nice if they sold the third CDs as extras one day, you know.
That'd
Yeah,
be nice.
that's the thing that surprised me because I was wondering the same thing too about the track listings. I know that we're gonna get like a lot of these extra tracks. I was like, are they gonna put them together with the other tracks and then everything's just gonna be discombobulated, or is it gonna be like, okay, this is like the actual album and then this is like the bonus disc?
Yeah,
So-
I honestly thought they were going to mix them all together. So when I
Yeah,
saw
that-
the vinyl was intact, and then there was a third.
Right.
Now
Yeah,
the
I
CD,
would prefer
the
that,
CD
actually.
the
I
CD
really
makes
But the
don't
sense
CD
know.
is combined, yes. But,
Yeah.
but the vinyl, I thought they would both be, and I was
Mhm.
kind of happy to see that it's separate. So I've ordered both the vinyl and the
Oh, the
CD.
I am
CDs
glad the
combined?
CDs are
That's
chronological.
good. I think it's better that if you're gonna do it, do it. It's like
I
I,
like it
didn't like
chronological.
that when they redid Hollywood Bowl, they put all the bonus tracks at the end. I did not like that. They should have put them in the middle.
Is that
It
the
wasn't
movie?
like it was
No,
the
this
actual
is something
show
that's going out
anyway.
for Robert next week.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
'Cause there was a movie called The
It
Beat
is?
Generation.
Christmas for Robert. Okay.
Yeah.
thank you.
Robert's getting a few toys.
Oh boy.
Santa sending toys.
And what's that?
Monterey International.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah,
nice.
Monterey. That's got some
That's
good
Yeah,
going
stuff.
out for
Monterey Pop
Robert
Festival.
too next
Mhm.
week
Got
Cool.
some good stuff on performances on it. Hmm
because
I think that's
you know I can't be the only one sharing.
hmm
Right. And then if my friend Doc wants this one, it's here. If not, that's fine.
Can Rayman see me? Oh,
And then I got one more. This one is for Doc if he wants it. If he doesn't, that's fine.
what is that?
Oh, Charlie Brown.
Charlie
It's,
Brown.
Oh,
and
Why?
the guitar.
Marsalis.
Yeah.
it's very reminiscent of the Vince Vigaldi or
Vivaldi.
Vivaldi or whatever you say his name.
that guy. Yeah.
So yeah.
I agree with
Saving that
Ollie.
for Doc.
I agree with Ollie on the second on the blue one because I was really hoping that instead of us getting "I Want You, She's So Heavy," it would have been great if they would have given us like, "Hey, here's the 6-minute stereo version of You Know My Name, Look Up the Number,"
Ooh.
and they
Mhm.
and also give us the Inner Light as well as one of the bonus tracks.
Yeah, the Inner Light was a nice.
What I didn't want them to do, and I've already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. I didn't want them to just add all the tracks on past masters that was missing, and I thought that's what they were gonna do. And I'm like, we already have past masters, and they didn't do
Yeah.
it. But I think there's some beloved tracks that aren't on there that should be things like the night
Yeah.
before.
Well, they weren't going to be able to please
be on
everybody.
there, and maybe things we said today, and just songs that people
Yeah,
really
with
really
you,
like.
with and without you, that's not beloved.
Yeah. Well, I think no, they didn't. I'm saying they didn't. I think they were looking for more George songs. Off the White Album, I'd like to see Savoy Truffle.
Give him some.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to deal with the George estate, so I guess you got to give X
Yeah,
amount.
Northern song.
Yeah.
You give more John songs, more George songs, make their estate happy. Then you give a few
Mhm.
Paul songs, make his estate happy.
I would have
Well,
switched
Ringo
out
don't
Within
get
You
nothing.
Without You for Inner Light. Inner Light's a better song.
Just zip. Yeah.
We even got
I
out
don't see.
garden
I
there.
don't see Mr. Moonlight though.
I know that's a
Well,
big.
Octopus's
there.
Garden, I thought was originally in there, but am I wrong?
Yeah.
I'd have to look.
And
I
I'm
haven't looked at mine.
surprised Rollover Beethoven is on there just because
Nope.
there have never been.
Octopus's Garden is
They
original.
wrote every track on 62 to 66 and 67 to 70.
Aha.
Yeah.
And that would be
Forgot
the only one that they
One
didn't
that they
write.
didn't
That's
write,
the only cover ever included on one of these, and I'm shocked that it's there because.
Mhm.
Yeah, why not put that not a second time or what was the one George wrote? Yeah.
Oh, I put
Don't
my
Bother
favorite
Me.
Beatles song is "Don't
First
Bother
one.
Me." I
Don't
put
bother.
that
Yeah,
on.
why not put Don't
Yeah.
Bother
That's
Me
my
on there?
favorite Beatles
Mhm.
song.
That would give something for George. That's different.
Yeah,
And do it with
yeah.
the double don't, so it's cool.
That's true.
Yeah, so I was surprised to see that track.
Well, that'll be on Anthology 4, so don't worry.
Yeah. Mm.
They're gonna come out with another one.
That's what I'm going to do with this whole thing. I'm going to pretty much ignore it and I'll download now and then from
And then they're
somewhere. I'm
gonna make-
do the
We're,
anthologies.
we're probably gonna be 78 years old by then, though.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm just
Little
gonna read
Beatle
the
EPs.
anthologies
There'll be
because
new
that's how I would've
EPs
done it.
coming
Yeah,
out.
with four songs. Yeah.
Anthology 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 with 4 songs each at $15.59 a piece.
But
They're gonna follow Ringo's suit here.
Hmm.
I think
Make more
Ringo was
money.
the one that set the price points.
Well, you can't make the grandkids.
Guess what? You get money for this. Well,
Well,
oh boy, you're
I
coffering.
mean, when you consider that the 6 LP, the black vinyl, is 150, you're talking what? $25 an album.
Hey,
Hmm.
It's
In
not a bad
today's
price.
Bidenomics, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
Hmm.
I
Could
know.
be 30.
150 just to be black.
What?
It's,
And
Well,
it's
it's still
under,
like
it's
that
under 30
poster,
for the
though.
red and blue.
It's
Yeah.
more for the.
And I'm
it's
still
more-
kicking myself that I ordered the wrong one. Did you hear that,
Mhm.
Paulina? I had to go into the office today, so I wasn't at home, and I'm doing it on my phone. And I put a whole bunch of stuff into the cart, and then I tried to decide what I wanted. And I was deleting some of it, and I placed the order, and then I realized afterwards I ordered the 6 LP box set on black vinyl, not the red and the blue vinyl that I wanted.
Ooh.
Oh, cancel it.
You can still cancel it, and it's still
Hmm.
available.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
that's
I'll
would
go back
think
to that
you-
now.
Now, I sort of did the same thing too. Is like I ordered the albums individually, but I didn't realize that they're gonna come in like in a box set. I was like, oh shit. So I'm pretty much thinking about just canceling my order too, and then ordering the
Well, you got to have the box.
as
Come
the
on.
box. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, but they had a chance to fix Free as a Bird and Real Love and didn't do it. You know, with new
That could have
updates,
been extra songs on the single.
fix the voice
Yeah.
better. You know, all this.
Oh,
kind
is there
of-
something wrong with it?
I actually did a new mix of Free as a Bird, and I think I played it for Joe, and I sent it to Tim, and I sent it to Kid O'Toole, and Kid O'Toole says, "Wow, you actually made John's voice sound even better.
Say
It
it
actually
the way.
now sounds like was done in a studio instead of on a tape recorder." Because I've been experimenting with demixing technology for the past.
Well, that's the
Too
thing.
much.
The voice on Free as a Bird sounded like it was off a tape recorder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the first
Well,
one.
I was able to do was I was able to find that tape that they used, and then I just demixed it, took out the piano and anything, and just soloed John's voice. And then I went to the anthology version, took out John's voice off of that, and then placed the new voice on it. And now it sounds like he was there in the studio with them.
Cool. See, there's a better way to do it. 10 years later, or 20 years later, whatever
Mhm.
it's been, and they didn't
I
do
like
it.
the sound of that record.
And,
I
it
think
should have been on there anyway because they were released as singles, were they not?
it's
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
ghostly.
With extra
so
stuff,
it should be on the compilation, but it's not.
Mhm.
So,
It'll be on. What is there something on the B side, by the way?
Love
Yeah,
Me
let me do.
Let me do.
of Now and Then, yeah, it's Love Me Do.
Now they didn't tell us what Let Me Do is.
Oh, I
It's a
think
single
it'll be
version.
the single version. It'll be
It's
the
a single
version.
version.
Bingo. It'll
Yeah.
be
From the UK single.
I'm just looking on my order, and I don't see a place to cancel it.
Ah!
You might have to
Once you
email them.
commit, you must buy.
I may have to order another one.
Well, if it
No,
hasn't been delivered, I'm sure you can cancel it.
Hmm.
Jeez. Can you call Apple Records and tell
Hey guys.
I- I did that with a laptop this week. I bought a laptop for someone in the church. It was being delivered. I changed my mind and I gave him a used one instead. And when the UPS guy came, I said, I reject it. They took it back, and evidently the UPS guy stole it.
Ooh.
It never got returned to Amazon.
Wow.
I have the video of it, so the Amazon gave me my money back, but it was kind of funny.
So if you flip this thing over, will it say "Love Me Do" written on it?
Love me do.
I don't know.
It'll be written, yeah. Love
sorry,
me
but
do
that-
written in pen.
I couldn't see that. I didn't see it.
That is cassette tape design is tacky as well. I'm not a fan of it.
No.
I'd rather have that on the cover than have that Now and Then on the cover.
Looks like new and then.
That
least
I
it
will
looks
agree
like-
with. Yeah.
Looks like McCartney wrote it or a doctor wrote it.
Yeah, but, well,
Dr.
probably
Robert
well,
wrote
like
it.
this is John's own handwriting. You know, like yeah, this is my this and then demo. Which is
Yeah, I was
kind
gonna
of
say that looks like Lennon's handwriting to me.
yeah.
Mm.
So
That would have made a nicer cover than the one they chose.
Yeah.
Mm.
Still,
somebody in the art department is
it
really
might have been John's original cassette you're giving us a copy of there.
Yeah.
You know what I would have done for Now and Then. Here's my idea for a cover:
Mhm.
4 separate pictures. Somebody take your pick. Maybe John from 1970, Ringo from 1980, George from 1990, Paul from 2000. Like 10 years apart, approximately, something like that. Because it's called Now and Then. You know, so maybe even older than that, maybe 15 years apart, starting 63 or something, and go, you know, I mean, that's an idea for, you know, it is
anything is
called
better
Now
than
and
what
Then
they did.
after all.
Anything is better than what we see, and that's a shame for spending the kind of money. $18 a single, starting. You know, come on. Well, whatever. I don't have.
I'm shocked there is a single.
Ah,
I'm shocked because they have to take a press offline to make them, and you know, with albums being $50 a piece now, they're losing money doing that. So I'm surprised there is one.
When I see that cover, I feel like I'm buying like a fabric softener from the 1980s.
it might as
No,
well be
it looks.
a box of Tide.
Yeah, no, Breeze is the
Snuggle.
cow.
No, to me, it's Art Deco. To me,
Is that
it
free
looks
cow
like
inside?
it looks
Yeah.
like the title to like a 1930s Fritz Lang or 20s Fritz Lang movie. You know,
Oh,
that's
it's
what it
like
looks like to me.
Oh,
You
high art.
know, like Metropolis or something like that. But it has nothing to do with the Beatles.
And it doesn't even line up. I mean, Now and Then
No.
is like, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not buying one.
Yeah. Well,
I'll buy the red and blue.
Robert S. was it your video I watched today that showed all the other Beatles albums in the past 10 years and the art that goes with them?
No.
Or is that must have been somebody else?
Somebody else's.
You know, like, look, it's past masters, the Beatles, past masters. Look, it's the Beatles 20 greatest hits, the Beatles 20 greatest hits. Look, it's the Beatles 1. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that's
you're not
better than
speaking
one. I
about art
think.
at all.
there is something charming about these covers,
Yeah.
though. I don't
Better
know.
than rock and roll music.
Jeez.
in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Ooh. Oh, those are
I didn't mind the past masters because it was like the
Yeah.
first time we saw those in print. I mean, that Beatles symbol being used on the Beatles
Yeah,
on an
yeah,
album
I like
Mhm.
in the
past
80s, you know, not counting the 20 greatest hits. That was the first time they used that symbol.
Oh,
So that was fine. But
that-
and I loved hearing those
Where I
tracks.
saw that. Okay, I know I say it somewhere.
Okay.
There was a lot to watch this afternoon.
Yeah.
I haven't
You got
watched
the
most
computer
of it
back.
yet.
Again. So
Yeah, so I didn't make any notes of where I saw what.
I'm glad it's coming out now because I was afraid they were going to push it off to 2024 again, and we all get older, and I'm like,
No,
give me
they're not going to miss Christmas.
because
They're
it's
not
like
going to miss Christmas.
we're still waiting for Rubber Soul backwards, and I'd like to at least see Rubber Soul done and Magical and Yellow Sub maybe before I die, and then worry
Yeah.
about these Please Me Later.
mhm.
This gives us a glimpse into what they were thinking anyway, good or bad,
Yeah.
you know.
We have to wait till 2025 for Walls and Bridges now because
Well,
Mind Games is coming next summer.
Well, that's up to the Lennon estate, really.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know.
I still haven't seen anything for Mind Games. I've been searching through Twitter and everywhere, but nothing like pre-ordering Mind Games or anything. So I'm stumped about that.
It's they're
You
purposely
can't
playing
pre-order
Mind
it,
Games.
but
Yeah.
Sean has mentioned it a couple.
Didn't they say that's coming out in the summer of
Yeah,
2024?
summer of 2024.
Yeah,
And we're
no
still
official announcements have been made, but Sean has talked about it. A little
And we're still waiting for another archive collection from McCartney.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're still holding on hope for Back to the A again.
But there was so much that we were looking forward to, and this was not it.
Yeah.
That's
And
that's
then when we
battling.
did, it's like
Back
it's a
to the
mess.
Egg has been battling estates for years, and who knows if
Mm.
that'll ever get settled.
You get a reissue of Broad Street.
Maybe.
Well, like Robert said before, the exciting news here is the Red album.
Yeah.
You got new remixes of all these old songs.
It might take 5 years to get to Please Please Me with the Beatles, and
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
Right.
As
So
far
at
as
least
the-
we'll have a
As
taste
far
of
as
it.
archives go, I'm gonna take a suggestion from a dearly departed friend of ours and go with Press to Play, and that is
Beans!
old man right here.
Beans!
Oh, where is he?
Beans is everywhere.
I
He's
know
sitting-
he's in here.
sitting right here by my desk every day.
Oh, here he is.
He's right here in my
everywhere.
heart.
He's everywhere.
Where's Beans?
Don't forget Beans! Beans! Yes,
Beans,
Yes.
beans.
I know. Beans. Yeah.
I like Tim's rabbit better.
Me too.
Yeah.
Nice and quiet.
You need to have Halloween fangs on that rabbit because Halloween's coming up. Yeah. Get you some fangs on your rabbit.
My least favorite holiday.
Christmas?
I enjoy the Snickers bars, but that's about it.
Halloween.
Oh.
Halloween.
Not
Yeah,
this
Halloween, I don't like it
Yeah.
at all.
Halloween is bigger than
I didn't like it as a kid because you didn't get the day off from school. So what's the point
Yeah,
of a
that's-
holiday when you didn't have to go to school?
Really.
9 out of 10, it rained. It was cold.
And
I
it's gonna be
don't know.
cold this year. This year's
Where,
gonna be-
where I live, it was the average high would still be in the high 50s to mid 60s until you got to October 30th or 31st, and then all of a sudden, the high that day would be like 28. Every
Yeah.
year, it's like, well, what the heck, man? Yesterday it was 65 today.
Yeah.
In Detroit, it'll be 75 tomorrow and then 45 the next day. That's
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's like here in Oklahoma. Yeah.
75 tomorrow, 45 the
We had
next
80
day.
here.
You go
today.
trick or treating at night, it's gonna be like 36 or something.
Yeah.
We haven't turned the heat on yet. I did one day and I turned it back off.
We got to 81 today.
I've turned it down
Yeah.
a couple times because I've been
Mhm.
cold, but
Yeah.
I try not
You're
to.
skinnier than I am there, buddy.
We got a freeze warning next week.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some blessing to
Well, I
have
mean,
you
I have
extra.
it gets that my rule is basically if it gets down to 64 in here, I'm pretty cold and I turn it on.
We waited to 59.
Oh, my hands are literally. I'm starting to like lose the feeling in my hands. I'm like, all right,
I've got a little extra
I'm
cushion.
thin. I don't have good, circulation.
Yeah, can you imagine going trick or treating and tuck?
That'd be fun. You'd probably get lost, wander off in the
Get
snow.
eaten by a polar bear.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Every year you go as Mr. Freeze.
I wonder if the two kids that
And
live
you
there
don't
go
have to
together.
dress up. You can-
Yeah. And sing the song.
Yeah, it's like, honey, did you get the 2 candy bars for Halloween?
Yeah. They probably give them something like
Probably
fish
only
bite.
2 kids that
Yeah.
live there.
Well, yeah, because like the
Frozen Snickers again
Yeah.
this year.
Again. Yeah.
It wasn't frozen when they gave
Yeah.
it to me.
No.
By the time I got home, it was frozen.
Because Love Songs was not an official Beatles release. That was
Well,
a
It was
Capital.
not
It was Capital.
worldwide, although it did come out. It did sort of come out worldwide.
Yeah, 70s. Because it was.
well. There's Love Songs and then there's
Something else.
ballads.
Yeah,
ballads
but no,
and-
there's I have UK copy of I have at least one UK copy of Love Songs
Yeah.
on Parlophone.
I like the red and blue. When I was a kid, that was one of the things I grabbed that had the most songs for the buck, you know, and I grabbed them.
hmm
That's the Blue Album's the first album besides the Partridge Family album that I ever owned. I got it for Christmas in '75, I think. 74.
I can remember it was
78.
$7.99, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, God,
had
I
a
wish I
friend that
didn't
had it.
start this damn thing.
Ever start another group. Yeah.
What?
Mhm.
I can never move them off of my floor here. You know, I've got a couple.
No, no, always keep them handy. Always keep them handy. But if you got enough money for this thing, like, please,
Why?
That's like an early Christmas present to
I was
yourself.
gonna say, yeah,
I
you
still
should
have
keep a
my
copy and
original
then-
copy, by the way. My copy I got for Christmas.
I'll send that to
74,
I'll send that to you
75.
too, Robert. Maybe you can watch it. I don't have a DVD player anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Ooh.
It's still
My friend
original
recorded it.
copy.
It won't be tomorrow. It'll be Monday or something. I'll send them out. I'm just tired.
Hey, no rush.
I had kids all week.
Oh,
I
shit.
chased them outside today with a belt, Hunter, and had to almost drag them back in because
I'm getting the broom out.
I don't normally do that, but he was just not being nice today. And he weighs like 85, 90 pounds. If he throws a fit, and how am I supposed to drag him back in? I'm not as strong as I used to be, you know. But I'm trying. I'm a good grandpa.
Red and blue are
Hey, I
original.
got my order in early.
Oh, look.
Yeah,
Apple Records already has
those
a
earlier ones,
condensed
yeah.
copy. See that?
Apple Core has it already.
Which one is it? Is it the
Uh-oh.
actual
Uh-oh.
UK or is it the
Still out
70?
there.
I
Go back.
hit the wrong button. I wanted to do that.
Is it the 78 one?
This is the 1993 one.
29. Okay.
1983 one?
No,
I used
the
to have the white
78 one
album.
had the red label. The red,
Yeah,
they
it was
didn't have
terrible.
apples.
And
No, that's right. Okay. It looks more orange.
Yeah.
Well, it's the lighting. you
Used
know.
to have
I
the
hope
white-
they do Magical
Frozen.
Mystery Tour next because they've only missed what you said 3 songs, right? Blue Jay Way, Mother Should Know, and and one more,
Flying.
Flying.
Mhm.
So that's
They
almost
didn't
the whole
have
album's done. They might as well just finish it.
Yeah. They got
Throw on
lots
some
of time.
alternate I Am the Walruses and a few other odds and ends, and they can release it, you know.
Right.
Mhm.
Piggy
Why
in the
don't
middle.
you fly over to England and tell them so?
Make it a twofer and then throw the yellow sub in there for free, you know.
Here's a question about the new album. And I think the answer is yes, but I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Well,
And
let's
I Am
find
the
out.
Walrus. Will those extra beats in the middle of the song be there?
It depends on which version they took.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But it depends on how they remixed it. I'm
The
hoping
US?
that they are, but you know.
What if they put them both together? That'd be kind of cool and made it all stereo, like
Well,
Dr.
I'm,
Evans did.
I'm pretty sure it will be all stereo. I'd be shocked if it goes mono half.
They add the middle beats, they add the first initial beats, and then they make it all stereo. Dr. Ebbett did that. I have a copy of that. I put on mine.
I'm just hoping that for A Day in the Life we get a clean intro instead of a runoff from the reprise.
Oh, well, that was on the blue. They had that.
But on this version of it, it has a clean intro
Yes.
Yeah.
because we brought
Right.
it from
Yeah,
the.
that's what Doc is saying. You have it on
Yeah.
the blue.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it'll
the
probably
new
open
ones, the
with that.
new ones that came out in, I think it was in 2014 of these. They reinstated the runoff.
Oh, really?
They
Why
reinstated
would they
what?
do that?
The runoff from the reprise, but only on the vinyl versions. On the CD, has a clean intro.
Yeah,
but on
that's
the
what-
vinyl,
Because the vinyl version, they took it from the original master tapes, which is why they did that.
Yeah, I have that one too.
I
Yeah,
have the
that's
vinyl. I
and
don't
they,
remember
not only
listening. to
that, not only that, but they took it from a German copy of it. So if you listen to the Red album, you're gonna hear the hi-hat taps before All My Loving, and then you can hear that
Oh, really?
whisper before I Feel Fine.
I'll have to pull mine
I've
out.
never- mine are still sealed. I've
That's
had them
doing show
since
and
they
tell.
came out, and I've never opened them because I have every track on it. So I've never.
Yeah, I have the 2014. I listened to it once, but I don't remember that. I'll have to get back.
I haven't. You know.
I have both the CD
It
and
surprised me when I listened to it. I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Oh my god, that's the
And-
hi-hats.
And,
I
and
never-
what kind of help are we gonna get? Are we gonna get the one with the James Bond opening?
No.
Or just,
No,
Ow!
because that's just American thing. No,
That was a
Yeah,
US
that's
only.
not. That's
Mhm.
just a US thing.
they
order
eliminated it.
it from UK then. They'll probably do it right.
Was yours a 2014 or yours is a? It was one of the newer or the 95.
Digipacks. I gotta be able to do
14.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
The
use
only,
British.
as far as I know, the only place that James Bond opening is on CD is on the U.S. Help album that was in the box sets and sold separately. That's the only place on CD you can find that.
The original 95 Red album did not have that in America. I don't have it anymore, so I can't
No,
check.
I don't think
Oh.
so.
I think just the original copies.
Well, what
You
about
know,
the Capital
once-
set?
Yeah, just the
Volume
original
one.
Capitol ones had it.
Two.
I mean, I'm sure like when it went colored vinyl in '78, it was still probably the US. But probably after that, it went to the when the catalog went to the UK, everything went to the UK. So by '87, everything was the UK, everything.
I haven't had my 95 sets out that came out, and then I sold them when I bought the 2014 set because I figure why bother keeping them, you know.
I don't know. I thought the Walrus was pretty good on the Love album.
I enjoyed the
Am I
love.
the only one?
I still need to buy that.
Ollie
Love
Perry
album.
made a comment. Walrus Stereo wasn't great on the Love album.
But
I
it's
don't
not
even
complete
remember
either.
it.
So
It wasn't one of the highlights for me. I remember this. I didn't love the Love album. There's 3 or 4 tracks I thought were really good, but
I
Something
love
thought
love.
was really good.
it was very
My
different.
Friend
Enjoyed
love
it.
Is
Love.
really good.
Oh yeah, what's this Atmos stuff? Is that a separate
Yeah,
download?
that's another.
Yes.
No.
Oh yeah, they got like 5 different versions of this thing. 6.
Oh, I the version of Strawberry Fields Forever on Love I really liked a lot.
At most, at least.
I noticed not every song would be available in Atmos. That's why I wondered how they're going to. Is it buried in the CD or is it only available? Only certain tracks available Atmos on their list. It only showed so many available as
I don't know how
Atmos.
that's gonna run. But yeah, you know, it's saying like these 5.1 Dolby Atmos for Love Me Do, they can do that. I don't know.
Ollie, this is what I remember about for at least here in America, the only unique thing about the Red album was we get the James Bond theme for for Help, and then Peace Please Me was in stereo, so it had that mix up towards the end of the song. But that was rectified in 1993 when they replaced it with the mono version, and the Help version was just the standard UK stereo.
From what I remember too, they had the crappy fake stereo. She Loves You on the original 73 too.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, because that's
Well, that was
what
probably
was
fixed for
on there.
one.
It was on my every little thing.
Nobody wanted mono in 1973. So
Everything was faked,
yep.
Yeah,
Fake
even
is
with the
good.
double.
Fake is good.
Now
it was.
I'd have to look at the other list, but this is just
She
the
Loves You
one.
is a brand new mix. See?
Okay.
There.
But I think the CD listed what the Atmos would be. That's what. But it was only for the blue, I think.
Yeah, it was on the website somewhere because they had a rundown of
And
what you get.
only in the UK, Ollie, All My Loving was unique because it had the hi-hat.
Well, that
was
that's
only
Germany. That's the only.
Oh,
I mean,
German.
Yeah,
I don't. I can go grab it
everybody
and look.
credits that to the Beatles' greatest album, but it was on the German with the Beatles album.
I'm gonna
That's
grab
where
my
first
Red album
heard,
and look.
and then-
I don't believe it's on there.
Okay.
Not that I distrust you, Miss Pauline.
Pretty knowledgeable people here.
I played it when I first got it. Then I compared it A to B to the CD, and I realized the quality was 99% there. So I never pulled it out again on vinyl.
Hmm.
So why bother, you know? But I do have it, and I do love the hi-hat intro. I've always enjoyed that.
Yeah, I do too, but and I have it so many other places that I don't even need to
Well,
have
the
it.
EPs came out with it, didn't it? I remember in very high quality when they released the EPs.
I don't know. I never had it, but
No, you're not
it's
going
on that Liverpool box, that 8 records.
Yeah, I've got it on that, too.
Box. It's on there. That's the best quality I have it in, besides the seal.
But I do remember one of the EPs they released that. It's like the She's a Woman, and the first time they put a stereo release of
Are you talking
the
about this set?
yeah, what do you call it? The special EP that came in there, they did She's a Woman and the Inner Light in there in stereo. First time I heard it in beautiful stereo was from that box set. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think they got it from Japan because the Inner Light was in stereo in Japan.
The Inner Light, Baby A Rich Man, first time in true stereo. This Boy, first time in true stereo.
Yeah.
All those were first time in true stereo. Fabulous when I first got it, what, 85 or 86 or something. I
Yeah.
can't remember. But yeah, that was great.
Wow.
It's stuff like that you're not wowed like you used to be. You get that and you're like, wow, because half those
Yeah.
songs we never heard. Like when some of that first, like the Can't Buy Me Love with the harmonies that were different, all the stuff that came out after they did that Abbey Road show in '83 and '84. You started
Yeah.
hearing those things for the
Oh
first
yeah,
time.
that backtrack CD.
Yes, when you first got that, you were blown away.
Was
You
the
were
best
never blown
Beatle
away.
Still might be the best Beatle bootleg that ever came out.
When that came out, I was running around the house screaming, going, "Come here, listen
Yeah.
to this, listen
Yeah.
to this."
There's a video.
That's the video.
It
That's the video.
sounded better than the official releases.
It
which
did. It was
sad.
fabulous.
It
Yeah.
was
My wife,
like,
I
why
was
does this
dancing
sound better
around,
than the friggin' Parlophone release that I have?
telling I was playing it full blast, telling my wife, "Come hear this song." Come. She's like, "I heard it." No, you didn't hear it like this. That was funny because it was the best sounding we
Yeah.
heard in years. When
Yeah.
that
There
back-
was a bootleg that came out back in the 90s, and it was through Westwood One. It was called The Beatles Rarities, first time on CD, and it did have the hi-hat intro, and it did have the whisper before I Feel Fine, and a lot of other interesting stuff in there too that still today hasn't been released on CD.
Well, we don't know. It may be released in a couple of weeks on CD. We don't know.
I do know that 90% of
You
it.
surprised.
Yeah.
I read.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping they do something. Here's something that I think they should have done, and it's a huge missed opportunity. It should have been done years ago. The track that's missing from 67 to 70 is It's All Too Much, the full-length version.
Yes. Yes.
In stereo.
No reason that's never come out.
Yes.
Absolutely none.
Mhm.
Eight minutes and 11 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. it is,
There's
yeah.
no reason.
Whoa, look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
You put the fridge over. What the heck?
Well, this is oops, the lid comes off. This is my stereo Beatle collection in here.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just all it's nothing special, just all the 2009s. And then I've got the red and the blue from 2014. And that's what I'm going to pull out and listen to that one track. Because I was told when I bought them that they were as good as the original UK. And no sense in looking for an original UK because the Americans were crappy. I did A and B them to the CD that came out in 2014, and they were almost identical. So I said, I'll never pull them out again, right? But that's this. I'm going to throw it on the tune. Can we play 30 seconds of it for the intro without catching you any flack?
Only 7.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but the intro is only like 4 seconds. You just have to.
Yeah.
Right. It's
I
not much.
find it. It's where is it?
Maybe 6 seconds.
It's gone.
I'm
Should be on record 1, track 4 or 5?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. What are we looking for? My brain.
All
Oh.
My Loving.
Oh, I love it.
Side
Oh,
Look
one.
at all my-
Should be on
Uh,
side 1.
Second to last
track
cut.
Love me, do,
Maybe-
please,
maybe
please
it's
me,
that
from
far
me
down,
to
I
you.
can't remember.
She loves you. I
Yeah, I
want
guess
to.
it
Okay, it's the 1, 2. Okay, I know. I see it. Let me put it on, and we will. Kid gloves here.
Count to 7.
It's not colored though.
Oh.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Black is a color.
Well,
Beetle Brad would disagree. Everything's got to be in color.
Yeah.
On both sides yet.
I still can't believe I didn't order the color ones.
It's got stuff on the floor and everything. Wow.
fourth one.
Watch
over.
where you step.
Oh, wrong song.
Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Okay, I was wrong. I was
Uh-oh.
wrong. It doesn't have the hi-hat.
Close your eyes.
No.
Nope, it doesn't.
What am I doing?
No.
I was wrong. So
No, that was
Yeah,
it. That was the right
everybody.
one. No hi-hat.
So I'm thinking that the only unique thing
What
was
song is it?
Oh yeah, that was only
One,
like
2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. 6.
No, you played it.
Except I want to hold your hand, right?
So unless it's on the new thing, if you
Better
have the
eyesight as
hi-hat,
you get older, huh?
fairly easy to get that Liverpool box. It's still not pricey, and you get a ton of weird stuff on it.
Should be after this.
Okay.
You are the worst disc jockey.
Am I blind? Here we go. Can you hear it?
Oh yeah.
That's
I,
the
I
end.
was wrong. It's not on it. I was
Uh-oh.
wrong. Where did I hear it from then?
Do you have the Liverpool box?
Okay.
No.
Get it.
No
Cut it,
hi-hat.
cut the sound.
No.
Mute him.
Bye.
Go.
2014.
It's on the Liverpool box.
I didn't think
Besides,
so.
I have it in 3 places. I have it on
That's
the
the
Beatles greatest. I
2014
have it on an
remaster.
original German with the Beatles,
Just straight,
and I have
straight
it on
in
the
the.
Liverpool box.
all my
Those are the
loving.
places I have.
I have the
I have
hi-hat,
it somewhere. I don't know where.
but not on this album.
I could have swore it was
Sorry.
on this too.
Somebody called Bjorgen. It's probably in Sweden.
Could you hear it at all?
You could check.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was just the
No,
German
but
thing.
I
Yeah,
listened
we did
to
it fine,
listened
Robert.
to mine. It wasn't on there either.
Oh,
so-
you didn't hear it, did you? Did you hear it?
No.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Yeah,
You
Oh,
heard
I
it.
didn't know if you could hear. Sorry.
No, I
yeah,
have.
we can
No.
hear it.
You can tell it was a cold open.
I have to
Yeah.
do a B because I have my sound from my speakers come through my A, and then the sound from my stereo come through B. So I couldn't hear you. I could only hear that.
That's okay. We heard everything.
Well, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't too many minutes, but
I knocked you off. So
yeah, it's okay.
let's just kill him.
There was no hi-hat,
No, it was a
No.
cold open.
so
Mhm.
sorry. I can get it and play it for you, but not.
Ooh.
I don't have that. Not there anyway.
Yeah, but when they're compiling this thing, they're not going to use versions that were weird because that belongs on an anthology.
Right.
But then maybe they should have brought out another anthology then. If that would have been a better thing to do.
But if it was released somewhere, that's not weird. They've done that before. I mean, they could put the hi-hat on there. It's not like it's an outtake or something. It's been,
No, but
No, but it's
It's
not
just
something
an alternate
everybody
thing.
has or might even be aware of.
yeah.
like somebody might listen to that and think, what's that hi-hat doing on there? That's not supposed to be there. Those extra notes on Walrus, those aren't supposed to be there.
I don't know. I don't know if you can hear this one or not.
Oh, okay.
This is from the Beatle box.
All right.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
Yeah. The Liverpool
Yeah.
box. Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
there. That's the
Bang,
best
bang, bang.
quality I have it in.
Well,
is
the
on that.
box I have that I have on CD was taken from the cassette.
Mm.
That because when I bought it from Japan, I got it in and it was on a 8 CD set on 5 disc, transferred from the cassettes. So it's clean, but you know how cassettes have that sound in the background?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's what it's got. So every track before it starts, you can hear the track. Like
Mm.
it's like an echo before
Oh,
the track starts.
yeah. Okay,
Mm.
yeah.
And it's just strange. So I had to make a new one from the vinyl, and I haven't transferred it yet, at least to my phone.
So what's this going to be like? Throw it away for $17. I hear hiss and I hear echoes. No good.
I hope it comes with a case at least.
Yeah,
You
okay.
just take a cassette and put it in a paper envelope and ship it to you for $17 plus probably 10
Yeah,
bucks.
it's coming. It's coming in a case, and the artwork for the case is just like the 45, very
No,
uninspiring.
it's actually better. It's better. At least on the cassette, it's got the Beatles now and then.
Yeah.
Well, that's better than what they put on the single for the
Yes.
picture sleeve.
Yes, Mr. Beatles Pro, but originally it was on the German version of With the Beatles. I have it.
Yes.
That was the first place it ever was, and then it wound up on that Greatest Hits LP, which is much more available than a German copy of With the Beatles.
Hello.
Well, that's my daughter. I'm trying to
Oh, I thought it was free as a bird. It was-
Was trying to be good.
okay.
I didn't mean to be calling trouble here.
It's okay.
That's the new remix of Free as a Bird. Starts with.
Yes. Oh,
See, it's modern. The kids will love it.
yeah.
I can relate to that. Yes. Okay. But,
I was trying to see if there was a alternate version that I had that had it. But I got the German one too.
oh,
Where is it? Here we go.
call up Beetle Brad. He's got the one from Peruvia.
Here's German stereo.
Close your
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah.
Chris, this is from a
I've got
crystal
the
clear
original
version.
with the Beatles, and it's got a different cover than the UK one. Slightly
Well,
different.
I released an 8 CD set back in the 2000, like 1998 to 2000, called Every Little Thing. And at that time, I had every rare US, UK recording transferred out from vinyl. And Dr. Evan and I put it out as a thing called Every Little Thing. And it matched Mitch McGeary's book of the same title.
Yeah,
And it was good up until a point. Well, now I think because everything's been put out and available for 90% of it, I knocked it down to 32 tracks that still are harder to find, technically. So I went from 8 CDs down to, basically 2,
3.
so because everything's been released.
yeah. But that hasn't, has it? There is no.
No, there's no official new release with the hi-hat. No.
Yeah. The hi hat has
CD.
never been officially released on CD. I don't believe.
On CD, yes.
Yeah.
But
Robert, how is Dr. Ebbets now?
yes. I have since 2010. I have not talked to him.
Oh, wow.
Disappeared. He got
Are you
divorced
guys
and
Fisticuffs?
broke up. Disappeared.
Wow.
Fisticuff stock. Sorry.
I
It's
still
a
find
shame.
his dubs to still be very, very superior from what I've even heard from the official stuff. I still like a lot of the things that he put out. They're still amazing.
Yeah. Well, I did some good work too.
You too.
I was helping him.
I think you're the new Dr. Ebbets. Because I've
No,
heard the
he-
stuff that
He's Dr. Robert.
Dr. Rabbit did 90% of the transfers. I started doing some of it, and then we transferred it, and I did more artwork than he did there. We just went back and forth, and then he got actually bigger and better than what I did.
Mhm.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, I'm still using his transfers for most, and then the transfers I made in the last 20 years anyways are still all out there.
Did you ever drink from Dr. Ebbets' special cup? No.
Dr. Robert.
Well, Dr. Ebbets might have had one too.
No, I during the 90s, a lot of this stuff got out in the very end when all this free transferring stuff was done. I mean, we had somebody in the area called Dr. Robert. He put stuff out called Millennium Remasters. He did things. Dr. Robert did things, or Dr. Ebbett did a lot. I had some guys in Brazil did some good material. Some of the stuff that I put out later, I sent most of my stuff to Japan because there it wasn't illegal. Then it was produced there and then sent back. So I did the 8 CD set. I did a lot of the earlier stuff that way.
Yeah, and the mixes by Dr. Jekyll are very scary. I wouldn't recommend them.
Well, the one at our time, I remember there was, and he did a really good job too. Was which I didn't like his artwork, but the Spock, whatever his name was, Spock that did it. My brain's not working.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
And then recently, there's a gentleman in the last 10 years, anyways, called Lloyd Reith, or my brain's not working again, but he did some great mono to stereo stuff. He did all the mono to stereos, and he did a good job, and the Millenniums did. So yeah, there's tons of things out there if you can find them still.
Yeah.
Well, Meersbach, that's it. I
Mir-
can't remember everybody's name. And Meersbach did some great work on the mono to stereos and other stuff. I just hated when he did his little Spock artwork, and it drove me nuts.
Who does the Walmart CD masters? Who's doing these?
I like keeping the artwork as close to the original as possible. There's a new company that puts a lot of this stuff out, and they smack their stupid logo right in the middle of it all and ruin it.
I think the single is available on the 3rd, but they are premiering it on YouTube with a little documentary
Documentary.
on the
Mhm.
2nd.
12-minute, I think.
12
documentary.
minutes. Yeah.
Now, is there a booklet coming out with the red and blue too? Like a little booklet
It's a
inside?
little booklet, yes.
Mhm.
Do you think it's a trifold? No, with one album slammed in the middle.
No, I don't even think it's a gatefold. I from what I heard, it's forgot what they
Well,
called it, a slipcase.
Oh, I thought they were showing a
Ooh.
gatefold at least, but I thought maybe a trifold.
But maybe I heard wrong. But
I
I
don't know.
definitely heard the
I
word.
thought it was going to be
slipcase.
like Docs, but an LP. So you have one
Mhm.
LP,
Right.
2 LPs, 3 LPs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
gonna
don't
be
think-
nice. I like the gatefold too. That
I don't
Band-Aid
like
out.
trifolds actually. I'm not a fan of trifolds.
Yeah.
Well, they're hoping you
much
open
work.
it, the album slides
much
out. You
work.
have to order a new one.
Yeah. I generally keep my inside album just inside the trifold. It's not in the album. jacket.
I'm not a fan of these digipacks either. Look, there's the booklet right there. There's the booklet.
Okay.
Yeah, when I zoomed in on that picture, it looks like it's a trifold, like it would open up like yours does, Doc.
It probably does. It saves money to use the old.
Well, it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, sure.
There's no difference if you look.
I know.
Yeah. Of course, it'll trend.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's going to hit #1
Mhm.
just based on Marv sales alone.
Yeah. Marv is. He's
Marv.
filling his basket for sure.
Yeah.
I saw his basket today on Facebook. He had like everyone
I
list.
know. It's like,
2 of each.
here's what I'm getting. Check, check, check.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Whatever.
Oh, it must be nice to be rich. Oh gosh.
Well,
Uh,
I will give you 1 full ounce of copper for your album.
whoa. Have you been raiding Fort Knox or what?
And I'll see you, lemon sherbet.
No, I'm sure.
An indigenous person $5 bill. How about one of those?
Ah,
That's worth some money.
yes.
I
Hello.
wish they-
Hello, Dusty.
Wish I put that on the 20. They'd get back Jackson for what he did. They'll put the Indian on the 20. That's what they should do. See?
Hmm,
Well, anyway,
Wow.
that's my political statement for the day.
Yeah. So like this is only what, a week away? Next week? Next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
like, they wait until the last minute to get
Right.
this information out. It's like,
Yeah.
why they
We
wait?
get the announcement and the product in like 10 days.
What day is it? The 2nd it comes out, but the 10th it's delivered.
Well, the single comes out
The
on the
second.
3rd, I
I
think.
think they're counting the release date is just when you can download it and everything. I think physically it comes out a little bit later.
I'm just trying to see if I need to eat tuna or beans to be able to afford it. I'm just trying to see how many weeks I have.
What? Did you say beans?
Well,
Where's
beans.
the beans at?
Beans.
Where
Beans.
did I put my?
Beans. Jeff has lost his beans.
I put him in my basket.
For the price
Oh,
of
here
3
you go.
pounds of ground beef, you can afford to buy 1 Beatle album.
I keep my beans
Yeah.
with your letter, Robert.
I see that.
I didn't get a letter, Robert. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I forgot to put it in.
Well, no, you got it. Yeah, I gave it to whoever else I was supposed to give the thing to.
Somebody I forgot. Maybe it was Tim. I forgot to put it in. I wrote a note to somebody and I forgot about it.
That's about it. The
There's,
single.
there's not going to be any note in this Rolling Stones album, by the way, Tim. The
That-
way I
that's
received
okay.
it from Target is the way you're going to get it.
I know who it's from, and thank you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Thank
thanks a
you.
lot. Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot about the music video. Yeah.
Aren't,
I
aren't,
see
you
it.
aren't you happy I can't be bothered going to Target to make a return?
Yeah,
I saved the hype.
kind of am, but I think
But
you
if they
should.
make
But
that video like they did like the Ringo stuff, with everything just animated moving at you, like now and then. Look, ooh, there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
I did like when this came out that I sat there and read all the lyrics when it first came out. Remember reading the lyric sheets?
Oh yeah.
And playing music along with it. I
Yeah.
mean, those are days we remember. We got an album. You'd sit there all day reading.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
original copies in '73 came with a sheet inside that listed all of their 45s in the US and the UK, which was very handy back then because you didn't, you didn't know. And I still have mine. Like I said, I have my original from like 74 or 75 whenever I got it for Christmas. That's the copy.
That's my other favorite vinyl one here.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice.
Oh,
that's
That's
good.
the one I've been listening to a lot on
I
CD.
thought they did some great remixes on here.
Yes.
I still
Great
love
one.
Oh,
All
I just
Too
got
Much
my
on here.
cassette
Heard
versions
All
now.
Too Much in True Stereo on here.
Yeah.
Very good. It's Only a Northern
Nice.
Song, Baby You're a Rich Man. And they did a better job, I think, on some of these than they did on the new ones.
Yeah, I think so too.
The gentleman that did this quit and he doesn't want to do any more Beatles ever,
Oh, geez. Well, give them money. Hire them back.
Evidently not enough.
Well,
Yeah, so then we get stuck with this.
think about it. It's a lot of pressure. Think about, I mean, I'm sure he's made a boatload of money, but think
Yeah.
about how Giles Martin's life has changed since he
Yeah.
started doing this to compare to what it was before.
Oh,
And it's not necessarily always for the better, because there's a lot of people that can't stand these remixes and go attack him, and it's.
well, wasn't it after Revolver, Giles had like a nervous breakdown or something? He said,
I don't know. It could, I mean, it's a lot of pressure.
Took a break.
One guy.
Well, yeah, well, there's a lot
Yeah.
of pressure taking Beatles songs and making
Yeah.
everybody happy. And like, you
There's-
make one little.
500 Beatle fans, 500 different opinions. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, if he wasn't George Martin's son, I don't think we'd ever know who's doing it. And I don't think we should. I think it should remixes done by Apple Corp. That's what I would do. And,
I still remember this
Why-
guy's name. I'd
why,
have to look, but
put these people, through this.
he did a good
Yeah,
job.
they're going to get a lot of praise, but they're going to get a lot of blame as well. And,
Well, who is Sam O'Kell? Is he just like the guy who goes off to get the coffee?
He's another Abbey Road producer, and he's also done like a lot of the work on the remasters, and I think he's been around since the 90s, I believe.
I'm not complaining. They did a good job for most part. I'd say 70%.
Right.
I just think that Giles needs to, instead of doing things with Sam O'Kell, maybe he should do things with Paul Hicks, because I know Paul Hicks is doing amazing stuff.
But
Well, you
anytime
bring in-
people change things, you're gonna, this is what I always, and I get on a certain person we all know about this, and he knows I do. Well, I won't mention his name, but we all know who I'm talking about. That you want a remix, but you don't want it to sound any different. Well, how are you going to do that? If you want a remix, it's going to sound different. That's
Well,
the whole
nobody's
point of
asking
doing
for a remix. We just want
Why
stereo.
would you mix it and have it sound exactly like it always sounds? That's
No, we just
ridiculous.
want standard stereo. We don't want any new bells and whistles or anything
Well,
like
it's
that.
not.
We
Well,
just don't want it.
on
be
everything
stereo.
from Revolver on, pretty much we had center stereo. So why do you
Yeah.
need remixes then?
Yeah, but then he goes and screws up White Album by fading out. Which song was that? Early.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Yeah, he wrecked that one.
He ruined that.
Hello, Ringo. Are you in another room now? What?
Well, you can always go back and listen to the originals. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
I tend to, in most part, like the idea of going back and doing like a unique new remixes, because I think I listened to some of the remixes of XTC, and I think what Steve Wilson did, especially on the album None Such, it sounds way better than it did before.
Bring Steve Wilson in for a change, so we just don't do the bass and the drums.
Right.
Bring Steve Wilson in.
That's a good point. What if that Now and Then cover isn't really the Now and Then cover? What if they just need to
Mhm.
put something up there?
Yeah, wait until the last minute.
Yeah, and then all
We
of a sudden,
fooled you all. Here it is.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
a possibility.
Mhm,
But-
yeah.
I think that if Paul McCartney saw that cover, he'll be like, "Nah, we're better than that."
Right.
Of course, they could do better than this. What would
Yeah.
it-
Well, you're thinking it's just like a placeholder, and there's really something cool on it.
there's-
I hope so. I'm totally hoping so.
Mhm.
If not, then I'm just gonna make my own cover.
This is the cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hope it's not.
That should be a thing. They should do a thing where fans make the cover and then they set it in and the best cover wins. I think they're doing that already for Pipes of Peace. I think some announcement went out that Paul McCartney is participating in this kind of charity thing, and then they're gonna have people.
There's my new cover. They're looking down from the railing.
Yeah, four of them.
That's better.
Ooh.
I don't know if you can get much better. Maybe it is a placeholder, and we're all going to be like,
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a video. Like, look at this. This is what now and
Here's
then.
the new one.
They
Yeah.
really have 6 different covers. It's a mystery which one you'll get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You gotta peel the now and then.
Yeah, you pull it out and this is the cover. Yeah. Like that Led Zeppelin album. Yeah, in the brown paper bag.
I
Right.
think they should make it like the old color forms. where
wedding
you get
album.
the little characters, and you can put them
Oh,
on.
that'd be cute. Oh, I like that. No. I took that right from the website. That's it.
That's it.
That's what they're showing you. That's it.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I hate to do this, but I got to get going. I got
Oh, I
something to
can
do.
Okay. Okay. See you, Robert.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
See you Sunday if you can come by. See you
Enjoy
later.
your time now and
Thank
enjoy
you,
it then.
Okay. See you later. Thanks a lot. Everybody.
Maybe we get Mr. Beals Pro up here. That'd be
Yes. Somebody else.
because
Hmm.
he's a Beetle collector and he would have big things to say about this.
Yes.
I bet you. So, Mr. Beatles Pro.
I'm getting tired as I get older.
Mm-hmm.
I did pick this up this week.
Ooh.
Turbulent
Okay.
years.
At the library, they're selling books for like $1.50.
Oh yeah.
And our illustrious Beatles are in here.
Hmm.
I just
Yeah,
figured-
they were in the turbulent 60s. Yeah.
Oh.
trying to
Where
find
they
the pictures they had.
But when you're a kid, you don't feel it. You know.
I feel it now.
Well, I know, but when you're 6, like, you know,
60 years later. Oh
there's Cassius Clay.
no. That's
I'm
me.
the greatest.
I'm me.
Well, he changed his name though. That's with the old days, I think.
Trying to see. Well, they got a lot of Kennedy
Yeah.
too, because
Yeah.
he was kind of popular.
Yeah.
Well, see, yeah, they can use AI to age them.
Hmm.
There's a couple people we know.
Oh, okay.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, it's a shame only one member of that cast is alive.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Grandma.
No.
Remember when you thought the shoe was the coolest thing,
Yeah.
and now we carry them in our pockets?
Hmm. Wow.
I was trying to find they had something else in here.
Oh, Henry, they'd been talking about that for years.
And
Wow.
okay, Barbarella versus
Jane Fonda.
Raquel Welch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
No, it's okay. It's
before
60.
they had the Beatles in here.
Yeah, probably
I've
are.
never in there.
One little picture at the back. Yeah.
I mean, come
And these
on.
are guys who were popular in town.
You're a footnote.
A lot of Vietnam stuff.
Yeah.
For $1, I picked it up. A lot of Woodstock.
Yeah.
Hmm. Landing on the moon.
Well, yeah. Here's one of our buddies. There you go.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Mhm.
Holy
Jimmy.
cow. Wow.
And then the next guys you'll know quite a bit of here. We got the Beach
Oh,
Boys.
the Beach Boys
Oh,
with the one guy,
With
the
the
place out. Yeah.
Oh, the one guy that never disappears, Smokey Robinson. Here you go. Two of our favorite.
And
As and
Oh,
Bob.
that-
Solomon Jones.
you.
Yes. Oh, well, you at least have one of his CDs, Doc.
And then some guys they were has-beens.
Oh, those guys.
The entire groups are on their way out.
Yeah, they need a haircut.
Yeah.
Didn't that one guy play with the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
boy,
they
they Boy, I was just gonna say that's actually one of my favorite pictures.
I like the monkeys. Yeah.
I didn't notice, but they didn't have the monkeys in here.
What?
I don't think so. I'll have to look.
What? Oh, the monkeys
the
are going to be in
original
there. Come on.
Stones, yeah,
This
and
is
they're
a bunch of
pushing
hippies.
Brian out.
And now the host for your evening.
There's some
The Rolling
soul, little
Stones.
Otis.
Okay, Otis Redding.
Boy,
One of those
I
guys.
thought for $1 it was worth picking up.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the
Yeah,
picture.
Bunch of old time rock and roll.
mm-hmm. Yes. Got a picture of the Who.
The turbulent '60s.
There's
everyone.
Twiggy.
There's Twiggy.
Kind of looks like Beetle Babe a little bit.
Eat a sandwich.
Oh, that poor girl needs to eat.
It's like
Yeah.
Boy George not on steroids.
Yeah, with all the makeup.
Just trying to see if there's anything else worthwhile here
Mhm.
besides hippies. Everything's hippies.
Well,
Fake moon landing stuff.
Yeah.
That's
No
all about it.
no pictures of Hazel.
No. I actually think there is one in here. And
Oh
if
no.
I find it, I'll save it.
Oh no.
I actually
Don't
thought there was
forget
one little
Hazel.
side pictures in there of Hazel, like top TV shows or something. I remember.
Jeez.
You can make me small, but there's
Okay.
one of my other. There you go.
Oh, okay.
I had a dream.
Mhm.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, this is for 8. When you go to your local library, you'll be, which probably most people don't
Okay.
anymore. You'd be
What's a
surprised when they're selling off for $1.50, and
Mhm.
they're worth having for $1.
Wow. See, bargoons are everywhere. You just have
Margoons everywhere.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I go there every week or once every 2 weeks and pick up stuff for free that they throw out and give them away.
Wow.
And the rest of it I buy.
You're dumpster diving too.
Well,
Hmm.
mostly
How do you get out?
the other stuff. It's heavy stuff.
Yeah. You actually get in the dumpster, Doc? Or you just peek in and see what's there?
No, those spindles were right on top.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dumpsters were full.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, today and before. Yeah.
I didn't have to go climbing anywhere.
Yeah. That's it. Recreate Ron
I've looked
Nasty.
in dumpsters. I've never jumped in dumpsters,
Okay, yeah.
but I have looked.
I
in
peeked in there. I got a big stick and get stuff
Yeah.
out of that.
Oh, oh, well, you've got method to your madness.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good idea right there. Somebody should make a short film and actually do the song, the Ruddles' last song, and find a Neil Innes demo and finish it.
Yeah. Mhm.
And the Ruddles' last song.
Ever.
That's the
Forever.
updated version.
Okay, yeah.
That-
Yeah.
What? We should put a big nose on one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And put a beard on him. Only one of them didn't have a beard at the time.
There you go.
go.
This is now. Wait a minute. Wait. I'll update it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's fine.
There.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
updated it.
Yeah.
And I know.
Ooh.
Bad. Sorry.
Yeah, you know.
It's okay. We're gonna pause for commercial.
Okay.
Oh, the heat. Pass me a Fab Parker. Fab Parker. Just think. All those hundreds and thousands on an ice lolly to keep a girl.
And a free on safari wild animal picture card as well, milady.
Fab. Especially for girls. From Lion's Mane.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I guess you, Doc, I guess you saw that video I found you of that CBS guy doing the Barbara XL5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Girls.
I love that.
Especially for girls.
Yeah.
I know Parker's going like, I just drove this thing over a creaky bridge, it's snapping and everything, and you're having a freaking lot of it.
Yeah.
But I've got these neat picture cards.
And there's sixpence.
Yeah.
Look them now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was looking for my Lancelot Link CD to show you, but I don't know where I put it.
Yes.
More than interesting. Wonderful.
Just a second.
Wonderful things.
I picked this up for 50 cents today.
You're rowdy,
These
girl.
were half price.
Girl.
Valley Girl soundtrack. The main reason I got it is I don't know if you can see it.
Oh no, is the sign backwards?
It's on No, it's on Rhino.
Oh,
Collect Rhino. I'm like, ooh, the Valley Girl soundtrack was on Rhino. Gotta
wow.
get that.
Woohoo.
I see the Rhino now. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
gotta
gotta
get
be
that.
good.
And I picked up, I think it's the first Dandy Warhols album, first or second. I didn't have it.
Ooh.
Dandy Warhols were good.
Oh, okay.
Everything was I bought some records too that were half price, and I don't think they were supposed to be, but she charged me half price. So I'm like, okay.
Well, that's good.
I
Mhm.
think I've got all 3 of the Dandy Warhols back there. If you're looking for some missing one,
Mhm.
I have on vinyl. I have their live album, I think, and I have the second one, and I have that. I think that's.
I'm thinning out some of my heard.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're not my favorite band, but they
Mhm.
do have some good songs.
Yeah. You know, Doc, I know I showed this last week, but if anybody hasn't got this, the reissue of Who's Next, the sound quality is wonderful.
Mm.
I heard about it and I think about it, but I just bought the Stones. I'm buying
Yeah.
the Eagles. I'll
Yeah.
have to-
Yeah. 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 Oh,
So
it sounds,
Robert P., what did you think about the new Stones album?
I only listened to the first 3 tracks in my headphones so far because I just got it today. It came in the mail today.
Hmm.
So I transferred it and I was able to listen to the first 3 songs before a grandson of mine threw a fit and I was ending up chasing him around.
But out of 3 songs, did you go, ooh, I like all 3?
Let me put it this way. I enjoyed it way better than the new Ringo one. How's that?
Oh, well. You hear that,
Yeah.
Ringo?
I already
was
like
tapping
Angry.
my toes to the angry and a couple,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
it sounds like the Stones. It's good.
It's universal
Yeah.
acclaim.
Yeah.
It's good.
Like,
It sounds like
you
the
gotta have
Stones.
it. If
It
you're
sounds like an
Stones,
older Stones, but it sounds like the Stones.
Yeah.
Just like Ringo sounds like Ringo too. So I guess I can't complain about
you know, if
that.
you buy a Stones album and it sounds like, I don't know, Yes or something.
Well, the other one I listened to today, I can never remember the name. Came out about 8 years ago or so. Let me see. I listened to 2 Stones today. Let me look up the Rolling Stones here. I'll tell you which one it was. I
Mhm.
want to say it wasn't Babylon. What the heck is the name of the dumb song? QRR, the Rolling Stones. Here we go. It was called The Bigger Bang,
Oh, that came out 18 years ago. That was the last
2005. That's a good album. I really like
that's
that.
a good album. The new one's better, I think, but that's a good
Yeah.
album.
I got the new one. I just happen to have them on here, so I just
Oh,
put it
okay.
on.
Angry!
Angry. That's
Put it
good.
on at 320. I listened to it on my phone
That's
as
good.
opposed to the CD. And
I
then
found
the
a bigger bang during the summer for $2.
Bigger Bang. I got the for
Bigger
free. I
Bang.
got on the air the Rolling Stones on the BBC one time,
Mhm.
and then a friend of mine, who you know well. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh, Gurr.
That album, that
That's got
CD.
Gurr. Yeah, that's a good Gurr.
My
Mhm.
camera doesn't do as good with that you guys do.
You need Gurr Live, according to
Yeah.
Do not have
Right,
Girl
right.
Live. I do not.
I looked in my record store back on Monday. They didn't have Gurr.
No Gurr. Well, you have to pre-special order Gurr
Oh, do you? Oh.
because it's
Gurr might be out of print by now.
that
I
might
mean,
be, yeah.
things don't stay in print anymore. You know,
Because Honk is out
no.
now. Gurr's the old one. Honk is
Yeah,
the new
yeah.
one.
Gurr Live is in print. But Gurr will be on print now.
You're my number one.
Number one.
I love them when those came out.
The Stones sound great on that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So in
So I
10
found-
years,
Pauline already
Yeah.
knows this, but I found like a really good record score the other day. 50 cents a piece, a bunch of sealed stuff. I mean, very little rock, but I mean, and these are old. These are like 60s and early 70s records that are still brand new. And this is, I'm just going to show you the best one, and I'm going to show you a unique one. I got this, Randy Newman's
Mhm.
Golden Boy.
Forgetting the name, old good
Good
old
old
boy. And I don't even think this is like an 80s pressing or anything. I think this is like an OG pressing. Because everything else was really old. So I think this is too. And it's like perfect. 49 cents sealed.
Can't go wrong with it.
No. But this was the cool. I'd never seen this before. And not this album. I mean, this looks like an interesting album. It's a Randy Sparks thing.
Oh,
Wow, that looks like ski lodge material.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
But here's the thing. Everybody knows that bought records, knows about those plastic sleeves that Columbia Records used in Epic Records. You open up and they're rounded on the corner and they're always jagged and everything. Well, that was because these albums came like this. This is a brand new record. It did not come in shrink wrap. But you take the record out and it's in this and it's sealed. And this is a still sealed album.
That's the Orange Epic.
This is the way it came.
Or Yellow Epic, sorry.
Hermetically sealed?
Yeah, this is sealed. This is 100% sealed, never played. This is the way these records came. They weren't shrink wrapped. This is a brand new record.
Yeah, so they had the Ronco vegetable.
In all these years, it didn't get ringware on the
two
wall.
of these. I found two albums like this. I'm like, holy crap! I've never come across one in my whole life, and here's two of them.
Wow,
crazy!
The way it came out, you know, this album is.
Are those from Mars or something?
Approaching 60 years old. And it still looks like this. It's pretty amazing.
I already passed it myself.
It looks
like the carrots are still fresh too.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all. I got a lot. I'm not going to show it all, but
Wow.
And I found one more today. Not of those, but one more sealed album today that I must have missed the first time, and a couple of other things.
And they had so many James Last records you couldn't.
No, it's not. I didn't. Nothing. I bought like a couple of Mills Brothers albums. I think the Mills Brothers are cool from the 60s. You know, still sealed. I'm like, I'm not leaving those there.
But I own those Ink Spots records.
Ink Spots, yeah. There's
You
nothing.
know, I wouldn't make fun of the Ink Spots because they're everywhere. They did some really their up tempo stuff is actually really good. They rocked once in a while. They didn't do it often, but when they did, they rocked. Like, you ever heard of the Traineers? The Ink Spots did some records that sounded like that. They're pretty good records.
Look, it's Tom's Vinyl Shack, and he's gonna buy them even though they're weird.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you getting
Enjoy, Tom.
Tom?
Enjoy, Tom.
Thanks for having me on, guys, but I appreciate all the time you gave me.
Okay.
I'm going to go spend a few minutes with somebody else.
Okay.
Oh,
Have a good
Great
night.
seeing you,
Maybe
Rob.
come Sunday. See you later.
Great seeing you, Robert.
Great day.
Have a good night. There. And then there were 4.
Yeah. What happened to Mr. Beatles Pearl?
Oh no.
He's gone. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this new Rolling Stones album. Now, we're going to wait until Mick is 90 and they'll make another one.
They've already made another one. It's
have
just
they?
about, if it's not done, it's just about done.
Okay. So, but
So there's another one.
they'll
That's,
have to wait that long then. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope it has. My only thing, I don't like the cover. I don't like the cover of the new Stones album any better than the Now and Then single.
Yeah.
You could do better. Than
That Now and Then is much worse than Hackney Diamonds.
I don't like Hackney Diamonds cover. I think it's not good.
I'm gonna jump off too because I need to get some dinner in me. So I'll see you all later as well. Okay.
See you later.
Good night, Apple Records. Goodbye. So long.
And now the host of the evening, the Bottles.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. See, Mr.
Number
Beatles.
3. He's right there. Yeah.
Get up here so we don't have to play Charlie's Angels.
Gotta go over here.
Hi, Charlie. Oh, what we getting now? Oh,
No, we need more people for the last.
yeah, for the last 20 minutes. Yeah.
I did find a couple more CDs too, but I don't know what I did with them. They're not sitting
I
right
haven't
here.
found nothing lately. That Martha Stewart Christmas CD is still there. They haven't bought it. They haven't sold it yet.
I
So
think I bought the best of Bobby Rydell, maybe the best of somebody, and like 2 other ones, but I don't know what I did with them. So
I don't know. I went to the thrift store today. They had the Supremes anthology, which I already have anyway, but I
Yeah.
thought, well, that's different. Gee, I wonder, and I opened it up, disc 2 is missing.
yeah, you got to look.
So
I
if
was so mad. There's
oh, Mr. Beatles Pro's dog is being a pain in the ass.
uh-oh.
Oh. Well, they're just standing there.
hmm
Even Some Girls was more interesting than that.
Yeah.
I liked Between the Buttons. I thought that was a good album cover.
Christian says my least favorite song on the Stones album was the blues cover. Oh, the last one on Acne Diamonds?
Yeah. The blues.
The Muddy Waters Blues or something?
Yeah, the blues songs.
I'm thinking that might have been an outtake from that blues album that they did a few years ago. Maybe not, but it could be.
Even on A Bigger Bang, the last song was a blues thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So like you got a pretty good album, and all of a sudden,
I like that. I thought that was good. My favorite song, it's original, but my favorite song out of Bigger Bang is a blues song, "The Back of My Hand." That's a blues song. That's my favorite track on that album.
No, it went on for too long.
And that's Mick on slide on that. People don't know that Mick Jagger is actually a really good slide guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
Why should he? He needs to dance more.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he doesn't play guitar much live. People think he's not a very good guitar player.
Well, let's see if we can convince Tom to buy Hackney Diamonds here. He hasn't bought anything since Tattoo You, so.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, that's like back in the what 90s.
Well,
82.
Dusty Spins did a stream the other night, and he played the entirety of the new Stones album, and he played Sticky Fingers, and he played what was the other one he played? What's God, I can't think of which one he played.
And he didn't get dinged?
Around Sticky Fingers time, okay? And I thought, honestly, compared to the new album, both of those albums were kind of boring.
Ooh.
I mean,
the
new album was really good.
40 versions, but just by one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's no, not Let It Bleed. Beggar's Banquet.
Yeah, I can't remember which he played already. He played either Let It Bleed or Beggar's Banquet.
Well, I find Beggar's Banquet to be boring.
He played them.
Yeah, so like aside from the 2 hits on it, the rest is just boring.
Oh, that's actually my favorite Stones album of what I call the later period. And the later period is like 68 to now. Because I'm an early Stones guy, but I actually like that.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear like it's like I want to be your man. You know, like no.
Well, that's rock and roll. That's all I like. That's 99% of what I listen to is rock and roll.
Like
I don't like rock. Rock is boring. Rock, you sit there and you just listen to it. You go, ah. Rock and roll makes you move. I like that.
Oh, that early Stones to me is like, you know.
No.
Aside
How
from
can you sleep through it? You're too busy dancing and moving. How can you sleep through it?
Yeah.
Easy. You shut your eyes.
It's almost it's
You
the
let
punk
your
of it today.
dream and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you see, Doc, CD1 of Gurr is almost the same as Hot Rocks. So. Except for a song or 2.
Yeah, well, really, all they add is like Doom and Gloom and
a
couple others, you know.
So, Doom and Gloom have another on.
So like, I've got everything already anyway. I don't really need Gurr, but for those of you who don't have anything,
Gurr is a good one.
Get the 3-album version. You know.
Yes, or Honk is also nice, but the Honk doesn't have any 60 songs in it.
Okay. Well, there's so many compilations out there.
I know.
You can sit there and go like, well, this has got that, this has got this, well, you know, whatever. Like I've got the 2 Hot Rocks. I'm happy with that.
Hmm.
So
The
so
60s.
that takes care of everything pre 1970 roughly.
Hmm.
And then after that, I've just got albums. Although I'm missing Undercover of the Night still.
Yeah, I have all the early albums. I don't have very many of those.
And I guess I'll have a Hackney Diamonds coming in the mail.
Yeah, I guess me too. Well,
Crazy.
thank you very much. Yeah.
I had Sucking in the 70s when I had vinyl.
Yeah, me too.
Did
Mhm.
have that at one
I
point.
bought it. I didn't know what it was. Oh, it's Rolling
I
Stones.
think
Okay.
it's probably one of the worst compilations.
And
Yeah.
talk about a bad album cover.
Yeah, they just
Didn't
put a bunch
have-
of songs out.
It,
Yeah.
it didn't have much on it that
Oh, wow.
you wouldn't have already had.
Hmm.
I put another 100 DVDs and sleeves this week. Freaked Joe out when I said I was doing that. I print covers and use sleeves for all the albums I record off Spotify.
Hmm. That's good.
Ooh. So we better get that off there. He might get arrested. Pre-ordered the Stones album, said it was coming late November. Now it's coming tomorrow. Come on, Amazon.
Hmm.
Like,
Okay.
what? They don't know when it's coming. Jeez. Yeah, made the shade.
Made in
I
the Shade is a
used
good
to have
one.
that one too, but
Yeah, I just bought it. The 70s hits.
when I
Because
switched,
Gurr doesn't have a lot of 70s songs. It's a supplement for Gurr. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. B-sides. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
but nothing amazing. I
It's
mean,
just a product to
there's
sell.
nothing amazing on it.
it's weird, but he likes it. That's Fool to Cry, which is always a win.
Yeah.
I really like Fools to Cry. That's not one of my favorite Stone songs.
I like that compilation they released in 1984.
And
I don't
it
remember
makes
what it was
me
called.
wonder why.
Had all the pictures. I don't remember what it was called.
Rewind.
Rewind. Yeah. Hmm. I used to have a video rewind.
Yeah, and
with all
Jump
the
Back.
videos. And Jump Back. I have Jump Back in there.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Yeah.
what the Stones does. They've been doing it since like 1964. They release an album, then they do a live album, then there's a greatest hits. Then there's an
Yeah.
album, then there's a live album, then there's a greatest hits. And
There-
there's an
Yeah.
album, then there's a
There's
live
even a
album,
Gurr
then
live.
there's a greatest hits. It's like,
I was going to say we have Gurr, we have Honk. So what's coming
oh,
next?
the Stones have more compilation albums than most people have albums, but they're
No,
not
the
alone.
Hoodoo too.
I
The
think
Hoodoo,
if you
too.
counted every one that's ever come out, the Who probably has more compilation albums than they have albums.
Yeah, they do. They do. Mhm.
And
Which
now
is-
we're getting a new Beatles comp, sort of. So
Well,
run out your record store in another week and a half and see if they have it, or order it now. And it's gonna like take a week's paycheck to get it.
yeah. Hope you like beans and ramen.
Beans, yes.
And ramen. Oh,
Beans.
God. Beans and ramen. You can have your beans
I
and
heard the
ramen,
magic word.
and you can have your Beatles CD while you eat your ramen soup.
Well, you ought to, yes.
Yeah. I still think you need, you know.
Okay. What Tom says, Jump Back is a very good comp of that era. Honk is also great, but well, any
Yeah.
that's-
Well,
is great.
CD number 3 of Honk is a bunch of live stuff.
Ah,
Yeah, the 2 CD set of Honk is pretty good.
Well,
But,
there's lots of bands that did, like,
Oh yeah,
it didn't come out in America, but it came out in the UK a couple years ago. There was a
true.
free CD Who comp that
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty cheap, and
Mhm.
it was first 2 discs were just the greatest hit studio, and the third disc was all live stuff, but it's all previously unreleased live stuff. So if you're into
Right.
that,
I have to go grab it again.
should always be on hand, Jeff.
I know.
Yeah.
And by the way, my Who book is lost in the mail, and the post office is looking for it.
Mail.
It's probably in like Fargo, North Dakota, or Tussle, or something like that.
Oh, see,
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
the Stones. Well, that's probably where we got all the stuff that Alan Klein.
Oh yeah,
all the
they released
Well, he
one.
only
Rock
did
and roll.
one. I know that they were really against the Metamorphosis album.
Yeah, they put out a Best of the Rolling Stones recently, a one CD, and I heard the remix. The sound was horrible of their '60s hits. You can find it in bargain bins.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably an unofficial
true.
album because
This is true.
you know,
Wheels True.
in a lot of countries, copyright runs out after 50 years. So there's lots of unofficial albums that aren't from America around these days.
There's that Harrison one that's on like Voodoo Records or something. That's a good one. That's a 2 CD set.
Did you see the Parlophone Auctions, George Harrison special?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rolled Gold, but they didn't come out in America. There was an album came out on K-Tel.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Bronco too. I can't remember, and I'm sure that Alan Klein was behind all of that. And the Stones were against it, but they weren't released in America, so we didn't know about Rolled Gold and all this stuff. I have a few of them, but they didn't come out here though.
Yeah.
I found the Who Ultimate Collection in the trash.
Yeah, for $2. Yeah.
No, not for $2.
Not for $2. I keep saying for $2 or for free. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
wow.
And I already had it, so I gave it to Boo Boo, and he was ecstatic.
I think that may be one of the best of compilations.
That's what Tom's Vinyl Shack says. Yes, it's the best CD comp for the Who. Ultimate
yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Bitty Bitty Big and Bouncy is their earlier songs.
Yeah.
Beatles one is the best. It's all the songs that made number one. That's that's strict to that.
I still think they should have put out the Beatles 2 with songs that didn't make number one, and put the 3 new songs on the end.
No.
You wouldn't like that?
No.
Okay.
Like I like the idea of what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they should have put Free as a Bird and Real Love on there.
Right now, yeah. On either side, like 1, 2, like on different albums and CDs and everything. Yeah.
Like that's like inexcusable. Like, and with the technology they have today, they could have fixed John's voice to be better sounding instead of sounding like it was copied off a cassette tape or something.
I like his voice on that. I really
the
do.
Way
I think
it sounds
it's very ghostly and ethereal. I like it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, but
I like it. Because John buried his vocal anyway. John wouldn't want his vocal up front. He always buried his vocals.
Mm-hmm.
True, but the cover of Really You Really Got a Hold of It was yes. So they say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they could have done better.
Yeah.
But that will be on the anthology reissue.
Yes.
We won't be alive to see it though. So.
No, it will be in 2030.
I think an idea for a US LP would be a 2 or 3 disc set, probably 3 discs, just the A sides, but a US singles compilation.
Mm-hmm. That'd be good.
Because there's a lot of US singles.
Well, wouldn't that be the Beatles' 20 greatest hits?
No. There's more than that came out.
Oh, they're singles.
Well, all I have to do is get out my Billboard book and just
go
down the list.
There's around 50, I think.
Mm-hmm. Even that Ain't She Sweet.
Every song I would do every song, even B-sides. I would do every song that charted in America with the chart position.
And Mr. Moonlight.
Didn't Ain't She Sweet chart?
Ain't She Sweet charted. So did My Bonnie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you necessarily have to put those on.
No.
That's an option. But,
no, it's kind of a rarity.
And the order is weird. The order of that would be weird too, though. That's the interesting thing,
Yeah.
Love Me Do would be like the 8th song on the album or something, because it started way after.
How many singles did you say, Jim?
Oh, as far as charting, is at least 50.
Mm-hmm.
52.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
52.
yeah.
And Free
But
as a
Twist
Bird
and-
and Real
but
Love are
wait,
on there.
there's only 51. Twist and Shout, they're counting in 1964 and 1987
Well, I
or
think
whatever it
well,
is.
the reissue.
So
Yeah.
there's only 51,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah, it was reissued for Ferris Bueller, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Free as a
So
Bird and
that
Real Love
doesn't
on there.
really, that you can't count it twice. So 51.
Right.
Yeah. I'm still on?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. What? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Red Blue had no covers on it. Ooh. Ooh.
Mm.
Mm.
No. That's what I was pointing out before. No, every song is written by Lennon, McCartney, or Harrison.
Yeah, it was all
Or George.
every single
original
song.
material. Yeah.
Yeah. The first in America, the first sort of comp album we ever got with any songs that weren't written by one of the Beatles was Rock and Roll Music.
Yeah.
There was no comp. Hey Jude, all of the songs were written by, we never got a comp in America to Rock and Roll Music that had non-Beatles songs or non-Beatle written songs on it.
Well, they had their
Exactly. For publishing, that's why they did
Oh
it.
yeah.
And it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
why they're doing it. I'm surprised that there's at least one on the new one that's not because of publishing.
Why was it put out as a single? To make money.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't think it was 76. I think it was 78 because they were celebrating White Album's 20th
Mhm.
anniversary, and it was
Yeah,
out.
Got to Get You Into
78,
My Life was 76.
Yeah.
Back with Julia.
Top
and
10.
because that album got reissued, they called that a reissue. They didn't do anything except
Yeah.
pump a bunch of them in stores.
Mhm.
But the White Album, Pepper got quote unquote reissued in 77, and the White Album got quote unquote reissued in 78.
Mhm.
Obly D isn't in the book.
So it wasn't
No,
a
it
hit.
didn't chart. It didn't. Well, it charted. It didn't hit the top 40.
Yeah. 'Cause I
Well,
think Got to
it
Get You Into
charted.
My Life was number
It
7.
did not
wasn't it?
chart.
Got to Get You Into My Life was number
Yeah,
7.
Got to Get You in My Life did chart. That's
Yeah.
76.
Yeah.
They didn't
Really?
release. They were going to release a single from Love Songs, and then they pulled it. I think it
Yeah.
was "Girl Back with Michelle," and then they pulled it. They didn't release it, and then in '78 they released "Oh Boy Dio" because people don't remember Sgt. Pepper was a single too. Sgt. Pepper's going to have to come back with a little help from my friends. Back with "A Day in the Life" was a single in '77. That didn't make the top 40 either.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's November 10th for Red and Blue,
Yeah.
and the 3rd for the
Mm-hmm.
the lovely Now and Then single.
Mhm.
Yes.
There
So
it is.
Put in your
Order it now.
yes.
Look at that drab cover.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Meanwhile,
So how many copies are you going to buy, Doc?
get out of here.
Don't be dead.
George probably never owned a copy of Red and Blue. He was mad. Mad.
George?
George?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not. Oh.
Yeah.
See, Alan Klein wanted more money, thus no.
Oh,
copy.
yeah. Mm-hmm. This is true.
No, he was gone.
I don't think it
by
mattered.
then. He was gone
No.
by.
Oh,
No,
really? Okay.
the London and McCartney people would want.
Anniversary.
No, the Sony Music. Oh, good, man. Have it now.
Oh,
Because they got the catalog. I think they got it from Michael Jackson's estate, or some of it, or something like that. So it's Sony. I think Sony Music.
Well, they financed it.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson didn't have that much money. They
Mhm.
financed it.
Yeah.
put it up for collateral or something.
I think that's right.
Which is,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, why McCartney left Columbia and went back to Parlophone or El Capital in America because
Mm-hmm.
they backstabbed him and financed Michael Jackson.
Not anymore. I used to years ago. I got rid of a lot of the
Can't
stuff.
find it.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, have you got any Beatles promo stuff?
Apple 45, but I can't find it.
I got an Italian
The
one.
picture sleeve.
Yeah.
But here's the exciting Oba Di Oba.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
remember that.
wow!
seeing that one in the store.
Who are
Yeah.
making these things?
Kind of
Oh,
reminds
no,
me of,
this is the white album. This is what
Yeah.
you want. This is exactly what you
Mhm.
want for this sleeve. It's the white
yeah,
album.
it's a white. You got a number on it too. Yes, yeah, the orange. Yeah, I used
Yeah,
to
it was
buy
on
the
the orange
Sweet
at that point in
CD
time.
album
Julia
45s, and they were the
Is the
same
B-side.
orange capital. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know where my pepper is, but the pepper sleeve
That's
just
okay.
looks like the album of
Mhm.
or the cover of Sergeant Pepper.
Mhm.
That's what they were doing then. They made
When-
the sleeve
When
look
was
like
there a Beatles breakfast cereal? When was
you
this?
know, I mean, Got to Get You Into My Life looks like the cover of
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Music. That's what they were
Yeah,
doing.
I remember that one.
Well, at least that one's got a picture on it
Yeah,
compared.
picture
Well,
of them
the
with
white
with
it's the
thumb.
white album. You're not gonna
Yeah.
put a picture of the Beatles on a white album.
Yeah, but compared to Now and Then, that's better
Yeah.
than that. Ew.
I'm not talking about
Hmm.
Now and Then. Now and Then's ridiculous.
And I don't have high hopes for that song anyway. It's gonna suck.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I don't know where my peppers and
All we have to
Okay.
do is wait a week and we'll find out.
We'll see. So is it about time to say good night?
Trending. It's kind of like when the anthology came out. It's like new
Yeah.
Beatles song in 3
Yeah.
days. You know, all this kind of stuff. Complete with
Right.
12-minute video by Peter Jackson showing the ins and outs of Now and Then. So
Right.
stay tuned to YouTube, kids.
Stay tuned. We'll see it.
Yeah. Which, yes, we will, Kitty. Yes, we will.
Shh, you're not going outside. No.
No, we've got enough kitty cats. Sort
Got
of.
enough. 15 is enough.
How many?
15.
50. Even that's a video. Are they all black?
Yeah.
They're all black. They're all black.
Yeah.
You have 15 little black.
Mhm. Yeah. There's 5. There's 7 of them that are this big, and 8 of them that are this big.
I don't remember there ever being a Beatles cereal. So
Me neither. I probably would have eaten it back then.
I was surprised there was no Barbie cereal come out this summer. But
Ugh.
yeah, they were on Beatles. Well, I
Yeah.
have to reach up here.
Yeah. The duck's got one.
Yeah, see, right?
Oh yeah. 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 I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like Rice Krispies, but I remember the box.
they're there.
Hmm.
Oh, Paul's got his cigarette. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh.
And remember, kids, it's great to have a nice, refreshing cigarette after your cereal.
After your cereal. Yeah.
right.
Have a smoke after your cereal.
Mom,
Mm.
where's my Marlboro? I just
Yeah. Where's the smoke? Yeah. Whew.
Okay. Well, I think we're
Well.
for 2 hours now. So
Mhm. It's
yeah,
time
I
to say
think
good
we
night.
beat this to death and
Yes.
whatnot. So yeah, kids, if you're going to be excited about this wonderful
Yeah.
new Beatles product,
Mhm.
don't forget that if you don't find the socks, or
Mhm.
if you have trouble finding the lunchbox,
Yeah.
don't worry. It'll probably be in the Big Lots
Oh yeah. Pretty soon.
very soon. So
Mm-hmm.
ah,
Up here too.
I betcha. So anyway,
Mhm.
thanks for watching, people.
Good night. See you Sunday.
Yes, Sunday, and
Yes. Later.
take care, everyone.
Everyone.
Hmm.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Click the
Good
button.
night.